tall, so not the biggest barbarian, but I'm jacked.
It's a hair and braids.
We could put our parents in the ring.
What if we put it into braids and then we wrapped it around and then we gave them the flowers sticking together and then what if we did this?
Have another drink, please.
Yes, you may. And he goes over.
Put your hands up. It's better.
No. Syria, Roman Constitution, Civic Girls.
Yes, you. I'm gonna fight you.
He's sort of a. You guys know who I am, right?
Yeah. Goggles.
You're
Dr.
Robot. Dr. Robot.
What do you do?
Take a moment to try to stop laughing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one.
Why not? It worked again.
Hating on Batman.
And I don't hate Batman for the record. I hate the fandom of Batman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
That's the
that's
issue.
way more people.
It is. It's a
Dang.
lot like actual human beings.
Were you gonna?
You need to rub this crap off your neck and not smell like me, or I will fail. Just start rubbing his neck and just getting like.
I am fairly certain it doesn't matter what I smell like at this point.
To a feline, you have wolf's piss on you.
I'm just gonna point at my feline eyes.
I have some kind of
You've just tuned in. We had the brilliant idea while we were fishing at the Dark Moon Festival.
Oh, jeez.
To do a dungeon with fishing poles equipped. Because why not? And so we drank all of the alcohol in our bags, and we equipped our fishing poles and our aquatic pets, and we went to do a dungeon.
I feel like I need to close up.
So this was the end of our epic tale. What holds for next week as the heroes set sail? We may find more family, we may find where things start. All we know is to follow our hearts. So our heroes set forth to pillage and to wander in the magical continent of wonder. We have one more question. I hope to not blunder. The question for you, dear friends. Do you wonder?
Thank you, guys. Indigo Connect.
Stupid cat. Hi, guys! We are live. Welcome back once again to the 25-hour charity stream. It is me, your good buddy Scribe, but I am not your DM tonight. For this particular 12 a.m. to 3 a.m.
See if they can guess which one it's going to be.
I think it's gonna be...
One of these things is not like the others.
It's not one of the Beardy Boys.
The super awesome, completely amazingly talented AKV.
Hello.
So we have a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. For everybody new that's just joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. We are doing a 25-hour charity stream for Give Kids the World. You're going to see that link a whole bunch of times in the chat. But any money that you have, that if you have a little bit extra, this Give Kids the World Village is this 84-acre magical resort that gives kids that are maybe dealing with critically ill diseases or terminally ill diseases come to Florida and just have the best vacation of their entire lives. And this place is just this magical wonderland, but they need money to keep that wonderland afloat, and so that's where we come in. This is something I kind of want to do yearly here on Indigo Chameleon, and so this is our first adventure into it. We have this amazing show, this awesome one-shot, and then following suit will be the 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. slot with Indigo Chameleon making gingerbread houses with some friends, and hijinks will ensue. After that will be D&D retooled to incorporate the Justice League. but it's not Justice League A Team or B Team, it's C Team. I will be playing Booster Gold, the number 1 member of the Justice League. Don't know why I'm on the C Team, but please tune in for that. It's all the Saturday morning cartoon fun that you can expect from a game of Dungeons and Dragons. That is on. That is from 7 to 10. After that, Indigo Chameleon is DMing her very first game of Dungeons and Dragons, and she is so freaking nervous. It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. So tune in for that. Then there's a battle royale DM'd by our very own Magnoth, who is going to do an amazing job. And
Your very own pissed off Magnoth, if memory serves.
He should have been here to make his case in person. Please don't come here, Magnoth. I'm really sorry. And then after that, we have a very, very special episode of Neverland, where we explore a portion of the island that has yet to be seen. So that is actually that a conversation I had with Icky V inspired a portion of it. So so you'll have to tune in for that as well. But I think that's it in terms of announcements. So I'm actually gonna hand this over. Right over to Icky V. Come and join us on the Discord. Come and check out the merch store if you so choose to help support the channel. And there is the link for the Give Kids the World charity link button. So, Icky V, take it away.
All right. This lovely band of adventurers has been traveling for quite some time, and in the last city that they were in, they were able to successfully complete a mission and have themselves a nice drink at the bar. During this time, there was some strange music being played from a faraway place that they've never heard of. There was drinks that they had never tried before that were placed in front of them, and they all failed their con save. So here we are.
Par for the course.
Can we talk about how amazing the term "the Beardy Boys" is? Like, this is
this goes well tonight. It could be a thing.
It could be a thing.
This is like the Beastie Boys cover band I never knew I needed.
Or wanted.
Or likely the latter.
A faint ringing sound echoes in your ears as you slowly begin to lift your heads. You feel as though the whole thing is full of scratchy, itchy wool. There's a steady tattoo of pain that beats behind your eyes, and before you open them at all, you wince. It was a rough night. You blink open your eyes blearily at the drab image in front of you. It takes a moment for the fog to kind of clear, and the throb of pain to subside enough for you to realize you're not where you left yourself. In fact, you're laying on cobblestone, a very mute, gray, lifeless cobblestone, and you quite remember that the bar that you were sitting on was made of wood.
I look around. Is everybody here and accounted for?
As you begin to look around, you do notice that you're in an open area. You do see your friends, and you hear the soft sound of water falling into a basin.
Hey, guys. Is everything okay, or does anybody else feel like you want to like punch yourself in the head until you can't feel feelings anymore?
Oh, that would be really good.
Oh my God,
my head.
Oh God.
I can't get up.
Oh God.
I can't stand.
You just look like you're flopping around like a dead fish down there.
No. Tracy. she just turned the computer off.
Oh no. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I will make sure she's in the.
Yeah, just take her out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll make sure she's in the bedroom.
Us down.
They can't wait for our comeback tour.
Sorry, I had to throw up for a second. Yeah, that was that was definitely not my cat turning off the entire stream.
Oh no!
Yep. So, but we should be back up and running. I'll double check and make sure that we're.
We are good.
Okay,
I can see
cool,
it.
cool,
My
cool, cool.
nemesis.
Yeah.
Your cat.
Your cat. Okay.
So, what does this taste?
You taste peppermint and cinnamon.
Is that specific just to him, or do I?
No, all of you have this weird cinnamony peppermint feeling taste in your mouth.
Well, I must admit, I've woken up from one of these benders with worse tastes in my mouth before.
Yeah.
But I don't remember going on a bender.
No, I mean.
Well, that's the true sign of a good bender.
I kind of don't remember much of anything though, so I don't think that's like special. General, should we look for clues or?
I need somebody to roll me perception.
Begin the looking now.
Oh God. Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, right away, sir. I'll start the looking process right now, sir.
Use your eye holes this time.
Yes, sir. You got it. Looking right now for the for things. This is perception checks.
Yes, perception.
Don't look poorly. Look well.
All right. That's a 9.
9.
Looked poorly.
It's enough.
I got a 13.
With a 9, you're definitely able to notice that you are in the middle of a town square. This entire town looks very drab and dreary. And in fact, you all are near a very interesting looking fountain. This fountain has neon green water. In the center of this fountain is what looks like a strange monster, and it's got hands that are its own hands that are circling its neck, and it almost looks like he is vomiting the water into this.
Apprentice, go sample the water now. Immensely, quickly.
I think I'm still drunk.
My mouth tastes like that water fountain looks.
Oh
Samples.
my God. Yeah, sorry. Dr. Pimothy will listen to the general's orders, and because he is a alchemist, he will take a small vial from his pouch, and he will take a small sample of the green water being spit forth from the creature's mouth, and scoop up a little bit of the water.
As you scoop up the water, you notice your skin is an interesting shade of gray.
Did you touch it again?
I mean, yes, because you asked me to touch it, and I
How
wouldn't
many
have touched it.
times do I have to tell you?
Okay.
You turn to look at the general.
Yeah.
And you notice that the general looks a little green.
What have you done now?
There's okay. So, what's your favorite color?
Blue. You know this. It was on your test.
It's true. So this is gonna suck. You're green.
Listen, clearly, you are impaired having touched the water. So note that down. That the water impairs your.
I will take a small mirror out from like my one of my kits, mini kits that I carry the supplies for both of us, and hold up a mirror to the general so that he can look inside of it.
You do look green, and if you're not mistaken, you have gills.
What did you do?
you were like, get a sample of the water, and then I got a sample of the water, and then I looked and I saw my hand was gray, and then I looked at you and I said, hey, what's your favorite color? And then you said blue, and I said, this is gonna suck, and then I showed you a mirror, and that's what it did. What does everyone else
I'm
look
talking about the color of my skin and these gills.
As you look around at the others, your furred friend
Okay.
looks a little furrier than normal, like almost like someone put metal in an electrical socket and its fur went.
Whoa. Okay.
And in fact, his eyes look kind of glazed over.
Static
see it perfectly
discharge is
fine,
a terrible pain.
Glazed.
I'll
Your
hold-
centaur friend
Yes.
has what looks like patchwork skin. It's very interesting.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
This is not kind of cool.
I think we drank something a little bit stranger than normal, which is new to me.
I know. It feels like a nightmare.
Right?
And our Locholith friend seems to be covered in a strange greenish brown substance.
Yeah, but that's normal.
I mean, it looks like he's melting.
That's
What
a
does
skin
it taste
condition. How
like?
dare you.
Lick yourself. Lick yourself real quickly. Tell me what the flavor is.
It looks like he's melting.
Do you feel okay, Ferdy?
I feel fine. Although
You
I'm a
don't
bit,
look
I,
fine.
I'm a bit parched. And then I'm going to, can I go dunk my head into the water? Okay, yeah, so I'm going to rush forward and dunk my head into the water.
It tastes just fine. Actually, it tastes really good.
Like schnozberries.
Yeah, I'm going to come back up and be like, it actually tastes really good. And then I'll stick my head back in.
As he grade.
No, he still looks kind of like he's melting, but he looks fine.
Apprentice, get in the water.
Like fully.
This is a test of the emergency testing system. Test
Pop my
it.
head
Go.
back out.
Jump in.
I feel like a warm chocolate bar.
I'll before I jump in, I'll just take the green and take a sip myself of the green water.
It tastes very refreshing.
Oh.
It's like the cleanest water you've ever tasted.
Yeah, no, this is really good, but I don't really want to like contaminate the water. Sir, you should probably try a little bit though. This is really, really good.
What are you, a pusher? I'm not into your drugs.
You're right, sir. I'm sorry. If I hold the mirror up to myself, what do I look like? I just like gray skin?
You are gray. Your skin is very gray, and underneath your eyes is like a reddish. It almost looks bruised. It's like a reddish black. You look undead.
Okay.
I punched him in the eye twice for asking two stupid questions.
Same on.
This is strange. It's almost as if we've been like transmogrified in some way to be something different than what we were before we started.
Whoa, slow down. You're doing that thing again where you use words that you don't understand.
Somebody changed us through magical means or otherwise. When we
Probably for a bet.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which one of you lost the bet?
Obviously, me.
Oh, probably.
Patchwork.
Your hair was
I
patchy.
think it looks quite nice.
Erla song? Can we?
Yes.
Can I call you Patches?
Yeah, let me. No.
All right, that's fair.
He's so grumpy in the mornings.
I got your grump right here.
I want to start looking around the town a little bit. Is there any other people or creatures?
You don't see many people right now, though you do see a long stage set up not that far from the fountain. You can see a large building that looks like the center town building, and there is a bell tower. And right as you look at it, the bell goes off to ring the hour. Above this building is a sign that says, "So many days until next Halloween."
Yes.
There we go. There we go.
Do you know how hard it's been to keep this secret all week?
Oh my gosh, I've been freaking out.
Well.
I need to go watch
There's
some
been
Tim
so
Burton
many Nightmare
real
Before
quick.
Christmas references all week, and I'm just like, I can't.
Wow, okay.
How is my equipment looking? I mean,
Everything looks relatively normal, except for your skins.
Well, I mean, at least we have all of our supplies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have all of our stuff about us. Let's do a little exploring, I guess.
I'd like to take one moment to test a theory. How deep is this water?
In the fountain? The fountain, from where you're standing, is about 2.5 feet off the ground. So it's about 2.5 feet.
Okay, it's a good thing I'm 2 feet 11 3/4 inches. I will jump in and submerge myself to see if my gills are functional.
They are.
Lucky.
How does it feel?
Swimming.
Feels nice, right?
Yes, and this water is, as you said, quite tasty. I'll
which
get
I
out
was
and take
about to try some of them until a gnome decided to take a bath in it.
I'm hypoallergenic. Quit your whining.
You could always lick the gnome. It's fine.
Gnome licking is illegal in 22 realms.
Are we in the 23rd? Because being rather large cat, it's a bit of a habit.
Not like it's ever stopped you before.
It's fair. Totally fair.
After this bell rings, there is some commotion as the doors to the hall bust open. A very interesting looking man sort of waddles out of this building and comes down the stairs, and he is in a panicked state. His face is white, and he's got this over-dramatic frown, and he's just running, walking back and forth, and pacing and panicking.
You said he waddles. Is he portly?
Very, very
Interesting.
portly. He has a tall hat that he takes off of his head, and he's like fussing it in his hands.
I'll watch.
I'm going to look up at this countdown. What kind of people keep track of Halloween to the day?
That's an interesting observation.
Well, the calendar has to start somewhere, yeah?
He does look a little troubled, sir. General, should you go talk to him and see if he needs any help?
Yes, go right ahead. Let's test your abilities further.
I should talk. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll walk up to him and go.
Remember,
yes.
introduce yourself.
Yes, of course.
First.
Oh, all right. I'll walk up slowly and give a small wave to the person who's sort of. Oh God.
Who are you?
I am Dr. Pimothy. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Are you here to see Dr. Finkelstein?
Yes. That's exactly why I'm here. That's a thing you have said, and that sounds like it would make sense. Yeah.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. It's gonna go real well.
You have no idea.
It's actually not bad. It's with a +0. It's a 15.
He believes you entirely.
I taught him everything he knows.
Yeah.
But you're not in the right place. But it's over there. You can see the big building that looks like a brain.
The big building that looks like a brain. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go check it out.
That's his laboratory.
That's the lab. Okay, I'll go visit. Yes. I'm here to visit the doctor's laboratory. Well, I did bring some others with me, though. They can come with me, of course.
Yes?
Yes.
You all belong here. Fine. Do what you please.
We do belong here in this place, which is a great place.
Such a smooth talker.
Yes, it is a great place.
It is. Okay, well, it was great talking to you.
Yes. Yes, I have to panic some more. Yes, that's what I have to do. I have to panic some more.
What are you panicking about?
Well, Jack's not back yet. He was supposed to be back. We have to return the reindeer to Dr. Finkelstein. He's not going to be very happy if we don't return them.
Has this Jack got the reindeer? Or
Well, yes, he took the Christmas present.
it's been a long night. I can't remember much right now.
Where have you been?
I don't know. That's
Mostly over there.
little here, little there, little up, little down. It's a long day.
So, can I ask, does Halloween and Christmas mean anything to us?
No.
Yeah. Well, I think that we should go to Dr. Finkelstein's. Right? Intern? And I will turn to the general. Come.
When did you get an intern and why was I not informed of this?
He says, very stupid boy. And he smells a little fishy.
I'm not paying him.
This way, everyone, quickly. And I'll start walking towards the big building that looks like a brain.
The big brain?
Yeah.
As you walk down this cobblestone road,
Wait, one second. I'm gonna pull a saddle out of my satchel and look at Erlong. With or without, your choice. Which I don't want to offend. Do you like these or not like these? I had it special made.
I turn so that my backside is facing the gnome, and I raise my right leg just slightly in a waving motion. You decide.
Is that so I can step up because I'm short? Is that you're saying I'm short so I can step up on the hoof? Is that what
I believe we've had this discussion before.
So it's a yes. Finally, you've acquiesced. This will be magnificent.
Shall we roll initiative?
Seems uncalled for.
And I'm going to just step forward and keep walking forward towards the big brain.
Your mother was an egg. What? What?
Yes, she was.
Thanks for pointing it out again. You're well apportioned for this.
as you walk down the cobblestone roads, you do see a very large metal building that seems to have a tower with some sort of observatory on the top that does indeed look like a big metal brain.
Whoa.
Curious.
Okay, and I'm looking around at everything else going around in this area, still not quite comfortable with my own skin.
Everything is very drab and gray and slightly colorless. There's some color, but it's all very muted and dull.
Well, if you want, we can go inside, or if you don't feel comfortable being inside a brainy area, you can wait out. I assure you, it most likely will be brainy inside.
You don't see that every day, do you?
No.
Or any day.
This is not just any day.
Apparently this is the day we woke up from one hell of a bender and found a brainy room. We should go in. We should go in.
I'll go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand behind Ferdy and Snow. As they knock on the
Okay,
door.
you walk up to the door, and this is a large metal door with really large rivets on the outside. And there is a string that looks like a door, not quite a doorbell, but there's a string that you can pull.
I pull it.
Do it again.
I'm sorry.
Do it again.
That doorbell. You should pull it again. They clearly didn't hear us.
I jump back and hiss at it.
Of course.
I'll pull it. I'll pull it this time.
There is
the next
sound.
2.5 hours.
There is the sound of.
This is all day. This is all we do. We've really lost. You should really. Everybody that walks by this building, you
Can I
should
do it
pull
now?
this
Can I try
string.
it?
Yes, pull the string.
There is a slight whir from inside as something moves forward, and the door opens. Hello?
Hello, Doctor.
Dr. Finkelstein.
Yes.
Or do you prefer Finkelstein?
Doctor will do.
Or doctor?
We have a doctor.
We do.
I've not used the dog door in a while.
I haven't used the dog door in a while.
Doctor, we're here about the reindeer?
Oh, did you bring them back?
No.
No.
No. Then why are you here about the reindeer?
Because we want to help you find the reindeer. So we thought you could give us some more information.
Or you could accept this fine replacement for reindeer. We call him Sir Patches. He's
I
magnificent.
do not have time for this. Jewel, let them in! The door opens wide enough that all of you can fit
purposely
in.
step on the gnome's foot as I go inside.
You can see a very interesting white-looking woman that is slightly patchwork, but also part metal, and it's very, very interesting to see. She's
Is this
very,
your sister?
Half sister.
She's very tall, and she has what look like round black sunglasses on. She doesn't say anything. She just lets
Clearly,
you
she
have
got
us.
the looks in the family.
From up, you can see a large staircase that winds up, and from the top of the staircase, you can see a small man in a wheelchair that looks strangely identical to the woman standing in front of you.
Oh. Doctor?
Yes.
Doctor?
Yes?
I'd like to actually use my divine sense
Okay.
and see if I can detect good and evil, undead.
Oh man.
Celestials,
You
fiends, undead.
you let off divine sense, and this entire town lights up.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
What's Kansas?
It's got to be better than here.
Must have been the name of that drink we had last night.
Doctor, we're somewhat. Can we be honest with you for a minute?
I would prefer.
We're new to the area.
You look like you've been dead quite a bit.
That's rude.
He's newly dead.
Yeah.
It must have been a good bender.
It was a real good bender.
I've never seen a wet cat though. That's weird.
A where?
Where's the cat?
But yes, your friend there with the fur.
Where?
It just starts playing with his claws in and out. Just like,
But I think there's been some sort of odd mistake. Like, where are we exactly?
You're where all dead things go. You're in Halloween Town.
We're in Halloween Town.
Yes.
We all died?
Well, you wouldn't be here otherwise.
Oh my
So
god.
am I detecting each of us as undead right now?
No.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Am I detecting any evil in the room?
No. Annoyance, yes. Evil, no.
Stop looking at me.
I always thought that if I died, I'd stop being an intern. It was the one thing I looked forward to.
I've told you, there's no escaping your.
I hope your intern's better than mine.
Clearly not.
Who is your intern?
Sally always escapes. That's why I had to create Jewel.
Have you heard of this thing called Low Jack?
No.
It
would
works
think
wonders.
being made of material and she wouldn't disappear quite as often, but apparently she does.
Right.
Maybe
You could always nail her shoes to the floor and then tie her in them.
Tried that. She just rips off her feet and gets new ones.
Oh, that's creepy.
Curious.
I'll have to remember the nailing feet to the floor thing. That sounds good.
Oh my god.
Can I just say, is Billy just totally hating the decision he had before the show to make himself an int? I just have to ask this right now, out of character.
No, not at all.
You chose poorly.
No, this is
He
perfect.
chose wisely.
He chose wisely. Okay, so, we're in Halloween Town.
Yes.
Is there a way to get out of Halloween Town?
Well, the only way that I know to get out of Halloween Town, according to Jack, is you go through the woods for quite a while and you come across a corpse of trees that has these strange, weird doors sketched in them.
Oh.
Okay, this is the
So
first
what you're
we've
saying
heard of
is
this Jack fellow.
That's the second time you've heard of this Jack.
This is the second time we've heard, and
Jack has the reindeer.
where is Jack now? I guess is the question at the moment.
Unfortunately, it sounded like his sleigh was shot down somewhere and he's more dead than he was. But he has my reindeer, so I want them back.
Have you ever heard of a thing called GPS?
No.
Gnome Protective Services?
They're very efficient.
Thorough.
So, do you know exactly where this grove of trees is?
I've never been there. The only one who's been there is Jack.
Do you think if we found...
He had some sort of weird existential crisis, left the town for a couple of days, and when he came back, he was raving about this place with this weird stuff that fell from the sky and all these shiny baubles.
So if we
found... What did he call it?
Christmas Town.
Sounds like a bender.
You don't happen to have a map, do you?
Well, he might have left something in his tower.
A tower? Does it look like a brain, too?
No, my tower looks like a brain.
Oh, okay.
What does his tower look like?
It's that one. And he points across this really wide expanse, and you can see a kind of vaguely interesting looking tower that seems to be, like, the top of it seems to be leaning slightly. And you're not really sure how it's staying upright, but it is.
Okay.
It's got a very large, circular, mostly ovular window in the front.
I think this would be an excellent time for a ride, don't you?
You're offering me a ride this time. Why, I accept.
Oh, good. The way this works is I climb on your back, and then I just go, hi-ho!
I don't suppose this Jack would mind us
Well, if
rooting
he's
around.
not
the
there, he can't say don't come in.
He has been in a very strangely giving mood lately. We're not doing, Halloween right now, but this Christmas thing has him all wound up. Been having us all make strange gifts. I was in charge of the reindeer.
Do you have any of these sample gifts available?
No, but you might find some in the town hall. Though I can give you this. And, he tosses down to Jewel a rolled up piece of parchment. And she hands it over to... Well, she hands it out, but whoever takes it, takes it.
I'll take that, thank you, thank you.
She
It
leans
is-
down and hands it to you.
It is what?
Those are the schematics for the reindeer.
I'll hand them immediately to.
I would be careful. If all 8 are leashed together, they're a bit of a handful.
I'll hand it immediately to Dr. Pym and say, memorize these. There will be a test later.
Yes, I will then. I will focus my eyes intently on the paper and just begin to study the paper and try to glean as much details about it as I possibly can. Did the designs look scientific in any way? Like,
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's some odd magic, like magic runes etched into the paper in certain places, but most of it is dependent upon electricity and not magic.
Could we replicate the experiment?
Potentially.
Like if we had the same supplies and things of that sort?
Yeah. With this paper you could. Consider it a scroll.
Okay, I'm into it. Yes, I just keep I keep looking at it and I'm like looking about the space and I look over Erlo and I'm like, soon, buddy, they'll have something else to try to ride.
Hearing that, I actually am going to pick up the halfling and put the doctor on my back as he's studying as I head towards the across the expanse towards the other tower. Are we doing this or what?
Oh, so we all jump aboard. This is fantastic. I've never ridden one of you before.
And I make special purpose of stepping on the gnome again.
You are a clodhopper. You should watch where you walk again.
Yeah, walk behind me for a while and see the clods that I hop.
Do we have to leave this tower in order to get to Jack's, right?
Correct.
Okay. Are there more people milling about the town square?
There are a few sluggish-looking individuals that are milling about, yes.
Okay. I have to ask this. Are they actual slugs, or are they people moving slowly?
They're people moving very, very slowly. Some of them seem to be, like, almost limping along, but they're moving.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still...
Are they injured?
Ooh.
They're dead.
They're dead.
Oh. Not much can be done about that.
So injured in a fashion.
In a fashion, yes. You begin to hear some music as well. Vaguely reminiscent of the music that you heard in the tavern last night. Quite.
Could you hum a few bars of it so I could make sure I catch this? Okay, wait, could you start back over? I missed the first part.
Wow.
How many times will you do this? Was that your last one?
Yes. There might be times where I hum a few bars for you later, but now is not that time.
I was interested.
Is anybody gonna hit the doorbell on the way out?
Will you stop that?
Toodaloo.
Yeah.
Bring back my dear.
Understood. And I'll just keep studying as they walk.
Yep.
So is this music still playing? Is it louder in any one particular direction?
It is soft as you leave the doctor's tower and you head back towards that central square so you can cross. And as you get out of the gate where the doctor's tower was, you can see off to your right there is a path leading to a graveyard. And there are a few musicians standing there in front of that path.
So, as we're walking along, I reach into my bag. I pull out a tennis ball size yarn ball and just start passing it from one hand to the other. Just
How far away are these musicians? About?
They're about 60 feet or so.
Can I run over there and interact with them real quick?
It might take some time, but absolutely you can.
I will waddle my feet as fast as possible.
Okay.
Oh, there he goes again.
It's a bit louder now. You're standing directly in front of someone that is playing a very large string bass, and there seems to be a shrunken head in the center.
I take out a couple of coins. Do you guys take requests? Do you have like a list of songs that I could choose from, or do you know anything additional? This was nice. It's a little foreboding. It sounds sad. You know something a little
They
bit more
begin
upbeat?
to play a really depressing version of Jingle Bells.
Okay, I like it. I'll keep it here.
Can I go ahead and join in with a set of bagpipes? Just to, like...
I mean, give me a performance check. As this very large werecat pulls out a set of bagpipes and begins to play from 60 feet away.
You don't want to know where he got them from.
This is an absolutely awful...
But it's an awful lot of fun.
I have a +5 on performance. Okay, so that's 19.
Hey.
Yours is more in tune than theirs, so yours is a little bit more lively. But yes, you can join in.
It still sounds like bagpipes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Beyond them, do I see anybody else in the area?
You see a very interesting looking rotund clown on a unicycle.
Rotund, I'm sorry, the word gets me.
Oh, that's tempting. That's tempting. But nothing else.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 21.
There is a family of 3 that seems to be limping towards the main building, the town center. They're quite a distance away from you. If you were 60 feet away from the musicians originally when you came out of Dr. Finkelstein's, they're about 80 feet in the opposite direction further. You do see the strange clown. He is on the other side of the fountain from you guys. There is also a black cat that just happens to run past.
But nothing into this cemetery that I see.
No.
Okay. I think we've seen all there is to see here, guys, unless you want to do something else. A different song, maybe?
Pulls the bagpipes out of his mouth. In all fairness, we should probably get moving.
Yeah,
Just,
the tower. I thought there might be something interesting over here. I was clearly wrong.
My music's fantastic, thank you very much.
I thought it was pretty good.
You guys have terrible tastes.
The offense.
The
Should be used to it by now.
music stops as you say this, and not cool, and they all walk away into the graveyard.
Did they say they're not ghouls?
No, he said that's not cool, and he walked away.
Generally, you've upset the players.
So rude.
Although, hearing this insult, I'm going to continue playing now, and it's all your fault. So, walk on.
How far away are we from the tower?
If you moved closer to, Gnome is about 100 feet away from the tower, like the entrance to the gate to the tower.
Yeah.
But you guys are about 40 feet if you did not move closer.
I've been watching from a distance
I
with my
figured.
studious halfling on the back.
Yeah, I'm still on his
From a
back reading
distance.
the scroll. Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to continue walking towards the tower.
I'll walk with you.
So, I'm going to follow everybody else, but I'm going to drop my bagpipes into a completely off-key set of notes, purely to annoy someone.
Okie doke, perfect.
I scoop up his bagpipes and slip them into my satchel.
You take them from him?
He said he dropped them on the ground. I thought.
No, he dropped the
Into a set of notes.
Oh, gotcha. I clearly pick up what you're putting down.
You're so pretty, Mike. You're so pretty.
So pretty.
What he didn't know is he cut a hole into the bag.
So we're heading over to Jack's tower.
To the tower.
Tower to Jack.
Alright. You head over to this building, and you have to go through a very heavy wrought iron gate to get there. The gate is unlocked,
open?
but it is closed.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and reach out and attempt to open the gate.
Okay. It takes a few minutes because you weren't expecting it to be quite as heavy as it was, but you're able to get it open. It pushes in, and you are able to walk through.
I continue on.
There is another rope in front of this door. This door is black, however. Black painted wood.
I reach up and I pull the rope.
You have no idea how much I practiced this sound. Okay?
A part of me is terrified, and another part of me is so damn impressed because I just watched this movie the other day, and it's so good. Like,
I am going to let you know now. I haven't watched this movie in about 3 years, so
sacrilege.
my son watches it like every 6 months. I just am never home when he watches it.
So
I'm
who's
watching
pulling
it
the
right now, trying to catch up on what we're doing.
Who's pulling the doorbell again?
I did.
Okay. I mean, again, you're pulling it twice.
Oh, no, I'm not pulling it again. I'm actually listening to see if I hear anything on the inside of the door.
You hear nothing.
How about a good old-fashioned knock?
How does that sound?
Nothing.
Well?
I think I heard "come in."
The door's locked, right? Or is it unlocked?
No one has tried.
I will hop down off my good buddy, and absent-mindedly, not insultingly, will hand him a sugar cube as I walk past, and then I will try to see if the door is unlocked.
Okay. It is.
Okay.
I place the sugar cube in a pouch. I
With the
don't
others.
want anybody. I'm gonna eat it where nobody else sees me actually eating it.
Don't you look at me. Don't you.
And in we go. Oh, this is bad. I mean, not in we go. We stay outside.
I know. Icky has this intense look on her face, and it scares the
I know.
crap out
We're
of
staying
me.
outside.
You're staying outside?
Or not?
I don't know that. Should we be walking into somebody else's residence? I don't know if I feel right about this, guys.
I walk in.
As long as we're being helpful.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. There's worse things that could happen. We're trying to help.
He already said he wasn't here and that he's missing. Those clearly mean come inside my house.
You walk into this bottom floor, and you're quite amazed that the space inside looks a lot bigger than it does on the outside.
Oh my lord, he's a Time Lord.
What's
don't
a
know what a
Time
Time
Lord?
You guys are uncouth
It's a
and
little after
uneducated.
6.
What's the time, Lord? It's a little after 6. So the space is bigger on the inside.
Yes. This room is mostly done in shades of blacks and grays. There seems to be a large chalkboard or two posted up in the middle of this room with scientific drawings, and there's test tubes and beakers set up across multiple tables, and it looks like a mad scientist's lab, but not quite clean.
Yeah, but I
So-
mean,
I'm home, boys.
Oh, I know. This is.
The picture you posted looks like a sassy house. That house looks so sassy.
That is Jack's house. That's the house you walked up to.
That's a sassy house.
Like I said, you're not quite sure how it's standing there, but there it is.
Because it's so sassy.
I'll never unsee that.
Sassy house. It looked like a normal house to you before, but now
It's that the Statue of Liberty had some attitude.
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Beardy Boy show, Sassy House.
I'm gonna go over to the board and start looking at his equations and making sure they're correct. And where they're not correct, I'll fix.
And Snow walks up behind the general and goes, "Ah, yes, these drawings. They're made of drawings. I see now."
I've traveled with the general for quite some time. I still don't know if he actually knows what any of that stuff means.
It's just
Yeah, I think every time the general like fixes an equation and shakes his head yes, like as soon as he walks away, I hurriedly brush up behind him and like correct some stuff, and then like make sure he doesn't see me doing it, and then walk to the next board. And
I love it.
what were these equations for?
It looked like it looked like he was trying to break down something. There's a very intricate looking drawing of this weird diamond shaped thing on this board, and the word Christmas is written real big, and there's like these stuffed versions of animals that seem to have been dissected, and fluff is hanging out all over the place, and there's broken shards of glass that seems to be covered in red and gold glitter. There is a dead-looking tree that seems to be decorated with this gold and silver sparkly-looking paper, and all of the things that are around you are noted on the board as a Christmas tree and a teddy bear, and there's ornaments and snowflake, but you're not sure what these words mean.
Dr. Pym, what was your question?
No, I'm looking at it and I'm just thinking like, what does it mean? What does it mean?
Oh, clearly it means he's breaking down some of these things.
Thank you for getting that, Snow. I appreciate you so much.
I was trying not to laugh, but that was perfect.
Okay. So, is there anything in here that looks like it could be useful? Is there like any items or?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That is a perception. Oh, that's a +1. So 14.
You notice in the corner there is what looks like a little doghouse. And there is a red ball sitting in front of this doghouse. And it seems out of place because it is almost the brightest thing in this room.
Hey guys, do you see this?
Is it the shiny? Is it the shiny?
It's not illuminated, and it's not shiny like metal. No.
Oh, I have
But
no
that
interest.
tinsel on that tree is calling your name.
I am playing with it. I am over there. I
literally
am
is
playing
calling
with
your
the
name.
shiny.
Ferdy?
Talking tinsel.
Yes.
Does this look like poisonous or anything? Like, do you know what this is?
Do I know what it is?
It's rubber.
The only way to know is by licking it. Lick it.
I will hand it to the general.
It's a good rule.
for a swift licking.
I'll pass it right back to my assistant.
And I look over as if to say sorry, Timothy.
Yeah. Timothy instead will squeeze it.
There is a squeaking sound that comes out of it when you squeak it.
You broke it.
No, it's like you never had like a dog growing up where you just were like fetch and I'll throw the ball.
Boy, have you gone mad?
I'll go grab it and bring it back.
Perfect.
That's how it works.
Oh, now I'll throw it.
I mean, you run and go get it.
I just wait.
Yeah, I'll go get the ball and.
Okay. As you go get the ball, you see a large red and white striped cane leaning against the wall.
Whoa.
Lick it.
Okay. I will. Is it movable? Can I like pick it up?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Yeah. I'll smell it. What's it smell like?
It smells like peppermint.
Oh, I'll definitely lick this thing.
It is very strong of peppermint, but it's not strong in a bitter sense. It's rather quite sweet, and you get the tingle of magic on your tongue.
Whoa. Hey guys, it tastes like magic.
I've come over to get the ball.
Okay.
Just kind of turn around covered in tinsel. What?
He said it tastes like harder.
Just completely. Just completely.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. It tastes like magic. I don't know. I think Jack was onto something. I think this Christmas actually does have some magical roots to it.
Now, remember your training, boy. What flavor of magic?
Is this stuff labeled on the...
Give me an Arcana check.
Who, Ferdy?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, whoever was trying to label the flavor of
Yeah.
magic.
That would be me.
That'd be kind of me.
The flavor of magic.
The flavor. I'm wondering if I have
The palate is one of the strongest
I wonder if I have
tools in
any
your arsenal.
features that allow me to better flavor magic.
Oh boy.
I might actually have something here. Whenever you use a spell, no, I don't have anything about flavoring magic. All right. 24, 18 plus 6.
Wow.
It tastes like...
You can taste evocation.
This tastes like evocation.
Just something I never thought I would ever say.
Oh my god,
Yes,
I love this
it
game.
tastes like evocation.
I love this game so dang much. This tastes like evocation.
Usually, if you're tasting evocation magic, it hurts.
Yeah, usually it's a bad thing.
It tingles.
Yeah. Some kind of evocane.
Unless you guys object, we should take this with us. He may need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pick it up and put it in my satchel.
It's a
big cane.
It's a staff.
Yeah, dude.
And
Okay.
and
Okay. I'm just staff. Making sure.
well, I guess we've learned everything we need to know here. Shall we continue on?
Is there another door? Is there
There's
floors
stairs. Yeah.
or...
Absolutely. Only one person made a perception check, so I was rolling with that. But if other people want to look around for things,
Yeah, I'll pocket the ball.
Okay.
And I'll take a look around.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me perception check.
For a 25.
25. You definitely do see a set of stairs. They're wrought iron, and they kind of filter up in a circular motion to a second floor. On the second floor, you can see there are strange lights that seem to be strung across all of the wrought iron beams of the staircase. And there is red fabric and white fluff kind of hanging over the edge a little bit.
Can we identify whether it's electric light or if it's arcane in nature?
It's currently lit, And if you want to investigate that, you can certainly try.
Yeah, just curious to see if they have a world that mixes technology and the arcane.
Okay.
17?
These are lit with electricity.
Did you guys see this? Like, they have a world that's, like, based around magic, but they also have an understanding knowledge of science. Like, this is an advanced, like, group.
How do things look from upstairs?
As you walk upstairs, it looks like, have you seen the movie Enchanted?
Probably.
When she cuts a dress out of fabric that's hanging from the windows? That's kind of what this looks like. There's a really large sheet of red fabric and a sewing machine and bits of white fluff and fur laying about, and you can clearly see the outline of a person kind of in this fabric, and you can see that there's a few tries of whatever they were trying to make on the floor, and there's a really interesting looking shape. There's one, it kind of looks like a foot, and it's capped in white fur.
This guy's a doll maker. He's made a very large red doll.
This red boot is taller than your gnome friend.
So
A very large one.
finishes spinning around, wrapping up the rest of the tinsel around his neck, and just kind of like stroking it. Walks
Can
up.
Go ahead.
I was just going to drop the boot from
You
the
just
second
drop it?
floor to whoever is down there, to Timothy, who's down there.
You're just gonna drop it?
Well, Timothy's down there, right?
No.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I can be down there. I can be down there. Yeah, he just drops
Well,
the
I'm
boot.
down there still. I can.
Yeah.
Will it fit
Roll
over the
me,
gnome
roll me a d20, just a straight d20
for the dropping or the catching?
for the dropping. Hold on.
12.
12. Okay. You want to catch it?
A respectable 12.
Did I catch his eye that he was dropping it down to us?
Yes.
Then I would attempt to catch it.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
10 plus 0. That'll be 10.
All right. Gnome, higher or lower?
Uh-oh.
I'll always take lower.
Of course you do.
And
As
I always bet on black.
as this goes to fall down, it seems to just slip out of your grasp, and it lands on top of Gnome and covers him up. He's effectively inside this rather large stuff.
Save me! It smells like a boot in here.
I can't figure out why.
Is it possible to pick this up, scooping the gnome inside?
Well, it was open as it fell down, so if you grabbed it from the bottom and pulled it up, absolutely, like a gnome in a sack.
I think I might just do that.
That would entirely turn him upside down, if I'm not mistaken.
It would
Would it
indeed.
He's such a meanie head.
Well, I mean, think of it this way: he's officially carrying you now.
Technically.
That's one way to stick the boot in.
See anything in there?
Me?
General?
I see me.
A whole lot of red.
Me and some red stuff.
You're now the life and soul of the party.
Snow, you begin to walk upstairs, correct?
Yes.
As you walk upstairs, you do know what Snow is. It's your name. And as you walk upstairs, you can see paper cutouts of snowflakes, kind of almost garland-like, hanging from the ceiling.
Is there no snow outside at all?
No.
Guys,
Yeah?
he seems to be recreating snow. Not me. Snow.
He's making a werecat.
Not me. Snow. Like ice, snow, cold snow. The stuff that someone stuffs down your back and you don't like it.
Oh.
Sounds like you.
Big Mike, I just need to know, are you having this conversation still inside the
In the
room?
Yes.
Still inside the stocking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe that means he went someplace cold. Do you know? Maybe Christmas is cold too?
It would appear to be a running theme.
Oh, cold and festive.
Cold and festive.
And squeaky. Squeak the ball.
I'm going to go ahead and reach into the stocking and pull the gnome out by his leg. Just
can
let him out.
Can I just look around for some maps?
Yeah, you don't see a map up there, but you see a really large grayish white ball that is on it's kind of tilted to the side a little bit, and it is on a black almost spindle.
Ferdy, do you leave a trail as you move?
A slime trail? Is that what you're asking?
It's a bit personal, isn't it?
Well, no, like out of character. Are you snail trailing around?
I am melting, so like I don't know. Like, am I melting like an ice cream?
You look like you're melting, like you're almost like a wax figure that's melting, but you don't leave a trail because of that.
Right. Okay. And sometimes I do leave a trail, but not today.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I pick up the white globe thingy.
Mm-hmm. It seems to rattle a little bit as you pick it up. Like it's loose on the spindle.
I investigate it further, just like playing around with it, just like,
You spin it, and the ball spins on the spindle.
oh my god, just.
Yes.
20 minutes later.
Yeah, I call
Work is
down.
complete.
We've lost snow.
This has got to be like the greatest day of Snow's life.
He's got tinsel.
Between the tinsel, like, I never realized how like dope Halloween Town would be to a cat. Like all of this stuff, like
destroying a Christmas tree.
Yeah. Do we recognize what that spindle is that Snow's playing with? That
You just put a picture of it for us in Discord.
He spins it and spins it and spins it. You're like, what is going on? You would recognize this as a globe.
Okay.
You wouldn't recognize the shapes on it, but you recognize it as a globe. Like you understand that concept. They have something similar to where you're from.
Okay.
But only like really rich people have it.
Yeah.
I go ahead and set the gnome down.
Let's.
Oh, so very generous of you, sir.
Let's do this, because I don't see any maps in here. Let's head towards the woods, maybe. Didn't the other doctor, say that, like, Jack went off into the woods somewhere?
How big is that globe?
It's about 1.5 feet tall.
What he's asking, would it fit in the satchel?
I mean, you do have a candy cane staff that is probably about a good 6 feet tall sticking out of said satchel. So
Well, so what I did was I just put the crook of on the edge of the satchel, so it's basically dragging the entire 6 foot behind.
Do you leave a peppermint trail?
Well, you were scooped up in a sock, so as of this moment, it has not.
Gotcha. Unless anybody else has any other ideas, I think maybe we should go look for those trees.
Is there anything else here?
There's bits and pieces of things. It looks like there's some flyers for people to gather in town square at the stage to set off for Christmas. Like you can see those flyers. You can see You do see a small black satchel that's to kind of be out of place. It's a pouch, kind of like this.
Can I look inside of it?
Yeah. You open the satchel and look inside, and there's these little triangle things inside, and they are white and orange and yellow.
Okay, I'll hold them over the banister. Coming down.
Are you dropping just a single one down, or are you dropping the whole satchel?
Just close the satchel and drop the whole satchel.
Okay.
How big is the satchel?
Satchel's about 8 inches tall.
Okay.
I will attempt to catch the satchel as it comes down.
Dex check for me, please.
Instead, I think I stepped on the gnome. That'll be a
Incorrect.
9.
Incorrect. This gnome is not for your stepping.
That was a 9.
Under.
All right. Okay. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as this thing smacks you in the forehead. Great.
I always take under. Alright, I'll pick it up and put it in my satchel.
Okay. Did you keep one of the strange triangle things? Or did you put it back?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I would put it back. Yeah. I just look. Yeah. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do. So.
You
Are
do.
you making pairs of lungs now?
Nope.
Was that a lung you were making?
Big Mike, you do have a +5 to a roll.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Awesome. And who gave
Courtesy
it to me?
of
Where
the
did I get
Deacon Smith. Courtesy of the Deacon Smith.
Deacon
Woo-woo!
Smith.
Let's see.
Oh,
here.
looks like the scribe also just received
Thank
a +5.
You put it
Courtesy
in your
of Grim.
satchel. You can add it's a candy corn to your inventory. It is an item on D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Who adds it?
Well, since you put it in your satchel, I would say.
Oh, okay. I was speaking to you. Be sure that I add this in the right spot.
Well, since you did it.
As you all kind of gather to go to leave, a figure steps through the door. It is a tall woman who seems to be wearing a patchwork dress very similar to what your skin looks like currently. She's got this long red hair that seems to be made out of yarn and these really big eyes. You're not Jack?
No, my lady, we're not. In fact, we're searching for Jack.
And you look like him.
Sally. You match your description.
Okay. Jack was shot down. He's not here.
Shot down.
Yes. I have to go rescue Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus.
Yes.
Where?
Well, Lock, Shock, and Barrel took him, so I have to track them down. But I have a feeling they gave him somewhere, they put him somewhere that they shouldn't.
No, I meant where's Jack?
Oh. Well, he was delivering presents to the children for Christmas.
And what shot him down?
I don't know. It made this really loud boom, and he just went down. Fire.
Which is the more important of these two situations? Sandy Claus or Jack?
Well, I was thinking that Sandy Claus would be able to help find Jack. Jack went to do his job.
So if we get Sandy Claus, then we get Jack.
That's the plan.
Do you know Jack?
Well, sort of. We've talked.
Can I do an insight check on her as she
Absolutely, you can.
speaks about Jack?
Watching dead people
Oh
blush
my
is amazing.
That would be a 13.
She looks very nervous when asked that question.
Boys, we're not here to mingle. We're here for one of these two.
Wait. How do we know why we're here?
Didn't you follow along with all the clues that have been dropped? Shall I recount them for you?
No, but
You know, I don't think I've ever seen you here before.
We mingle in different circles.
I suppose I'm here for punishment, as for a life of indiscrepancies.
Sounds about right.
You do know that's supposed to be on the tree, right?
It's mine. It's mine now. And
It makes it feel pretty.
consider it payment for going to find this Sandy Claus.
Okay. You can take that up with Jack. That's one of the things he brought back from Christmas Town.
There's more?
Yes. He said the whole town was covered in it.
Let's go.
And this white stuff that was kind of cold and those bright lights. He came back
Please?
on a very strange contraption.
Please, let's go. And this cat is like physically vibrating with excitement. He's like, yes.
What sort of strange contraption did he come back on?
Oh, I can show you. It's outside.
Yes.
You have to go around the back, and she just walks out the door.
Yeah, I follow as quickly as I can.
You come around the back, she takes you around the back of the house, and you see this strange red and green thing. It sits kind of low to the ground, and it's got this really strange circular space in the front of it that has a very strange glass, almost sphere in it. And it's got a wide, perhaps a seat or a bench maybe, that is made of a green kind of leather. It's got red kind of sticks on the bottom of it that curve up on one end.
I've seen this in no pictures ever. Maybe we should ask somebody what it does.
Sally, do you know how to use this?
Well, he, sort of. And she goes and she sits on this green bench thing, and you watch her turn something on the right side, and you hear this weird whir, this vroom. And it almost looks like smoke comes out the back.
Oh my gosh, this is a machine. This isn't magical.
We could just sit in it and have Airsong just pull us around.
Oh, I am going to immediately manifest my Tinkerer's tools, and like I want to see what this is. I want to see what this is, how it works. Like what the heck is this thing? I think this is my tinsel. Like
this is your tinsel.
Yeah.
This is what you see.
Yeah. Okay.
This is my tinsel. Love it.
Okay. Okay.
She gets up so that you can investigate, and there is a small metal door that you can pull up and look inside, and you see a bunch of moving metal parts.
Yeah. It would take a long time to figure out what that is. But I go and sit in the spot she was sitting in, and then start moving stuff around, see if I can get stuff to happen.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Is the white bag in the picture that you're showing us there, or is
No, it's just the
red?
green,
So the red little thing behind it's not there. Empty?
No, it is not there.
So what you're saying is I can't just go sit there
No.
and wait for you to be guarding here.
No, you cannot.
9 plus 6, 15.
As you start playing with, there's a couple of levers and stuff on the right-hand side, and you see this white wheel kind of thing in the center, and you pull this one lever and you turn the wheel, and this begins to move forward.
How fast does it move forward?
It's not going very fast.
Okay.
It's not going very fast at all, but it's still exciting.
I just love the fact that
get
it's
killed
like
by a Zamboni.
I know it's going so slow, and he's like, "This is the greatest day of my life. We are truly gods of speed."
You're going Zamboni slow.
Yeah.
Can somebody walk alongside it?
Absolutely.
Welcome to the future, boys.
Seems quite impractical.
Why is that?
As we're walking slowly.
I just don't answer.
Walking backwards, looking at it. For me, it's like I have to run to try and catch up to it.
Would you like to try and press another lever, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Are there any levers that I can't reach because of my size as a halfling? Can I access everything?
You can access everything.
Yeah, I'll try pulling another
In fact,
lever.
you would even think that Gnome could reach it.
Oh yeah, I would try to pull another lever and see what happens.
I need a strength check on.
Oh, boys, get ready.
Did she hit you right where it hurts?
I hope you're ready.
Right in his jump stat.
So, how do you feel about a 1 minus 1?
Perfect.
With a 0.
Actually,
Instead of you
works
throwing
in
the
your
lever, the
favor.
lever throws you.
I'll
You
say,
go to push down on this lever, right? And it's like you're like, and you go to push on with all your weight, and you accidentally bump the other lever,
yeah.
and boom, there goes the snowmobile. Yep, he gone.
Is he still on the snowmobile?
Yes.
It's so hard to find good assistance. I apologize, fellas.
He's probably moving at a speed of about 50 feet. From like 3 to like 50.
Pretty sure
Fantastic.
he pooped his pants.
That would explain the trail.
The smell.
Oh god.
That's me thinking it was just the decaying bodies around here.
So I guess trying to chase him would be kind of futile, right?
I mean, yeah.
Wait a second.
He's
So
only
I go
50.
screaming past, and you all sit there and just go like, "Well, it's pretty late." So.
I guess he'll run out of fuel eventually.
I'll give a half-hearted try to run, but I don't move very fast. I don't think. So.
Is he just going in a straight line or in a circle? Is it what?
I would immediately let.
It's like straight line at the
Yeah,
moment.
I would.
I'll
let
reach
go-
into my bag and grab out the saddle. Now? Now? Do we go now? Is now the time?
I'm already taking off after the no. After the
I could have helped! You didn't have to leave so quickly.
I'll pat your back. I'll try to console you.
One day it's going to happen. It's going to be magical. I'm going to enjoy it so much.
I'll nod my head, but my eyes say no. It's never gonna happen.
I'll be
See,
calling out his name as well. Doctor! Doctor!
And I'll just be screaming 1.21 gigawatts as this thing goes.
Watching the speedometer move through and it goes 66, 77, starts to shake.
He gets pretty far ahead. He actually makes it to the woods with this interesting
But what
contraption.
year is it when he gets there?
The same year that he left.
Oh,
This was about to be a crossover.
Twin Pines.
Now, my movement speed is 40 feet.
Yeah. So you're like right on its trail.
Yeah, I'll run after, albeit slowly.
I'm going to call an Uber to get there sometime next week.
I could probably carry you if you.
Or the barbarian, perhaps.
I'm gonna use my
saddle.
I'm gonna use my artificer feature, magic tinkering. It allows me to record like a voice message, and I will say, "This is the last will and testament of Dr. Please donate all of my golden items to somebody other than the group that just watched me fly past."
But clearly he wasn't referring to us when we get there and listen to it.
But then if I turn around and see Erlo's dog, like at least trying to like gallop next, I would try to start letting go of levers or pulling levers back or something that will stop.
Give me a strength check.
Yeah, can't be any worse than a 0, right, boys?
Yeah.
16
minus 1, 15.
All right, you were able to
In pure fear and adrenaline.
to just start yanking levers to try and get things to stop, and you're able to push this lever up, and you come to a dead stop. In fact, you're dead stop so hard, your head kind of hits the center of the steering wheel, and there's a beep.
Beautiful.
Wait, what did that sound like?
Beep.
Just pound out a beat on it.
Does it jerk forward a little bit?
Well, that was a successful experiment, and I think we've all learned a valuable lesson here today. And
have we caught up yet?
Yeah, he would have caught up.
Hey, for scientific reasons that have nothing to do with just happened, I'm gonna go cry a little bit, and then just because I like to cry sometimes. And
so, what did we learn?
Me.
Excellent.
It is at that moment that you hear a soft barking sound.
Who is that? Which one of you?
Like, literally, all the hackles are up on the back of this tabaxi. It's just like,
where is it coming from?
Whatever it is, kill it. Kill it with fire.
Forward into the woods.
I will follow the sound to the woods.
Is Sally with us?
No, you left her well back there at Jack's. Like,
I mean, would Sally really follow the Beardy Boys?
Yeah, let's chase after that sound. I think I'd follow. Ferdy, you ran after it?
Yeah.
I'll chase after.
That girl.
on
foot.
wobbly leg.
On foot. On foot. Cannon. TM. Cannon. On foot.
Gotcha.
Where's it coming from? Can I see it or?
There is a slight mist that's in these woods just from the temperature. It's beginning to get a little bit colder. And you can see a bright red light in the mist.
I'll go towards the light.
Carolyn?
Is there anything at the light?
As you get really close to this light, you see a kind of shimmery vision of perhaps a dog, or maybe that's a piece of linen with a bright red nose.
Okay. Is it friendly?
It seems to be. It's it looks a little bit sad, but it seems to be friendly.
Most curious. I look back to the rest of the group to see if they followed. Okay, yeah.
I think it'll take a moment for the doctor's legs to like actually want to work.
Fully solidify.
Yeah.
I say, what's your name, boy? Girl?
And it gets closer, and you can see that it's got a name tag that says 0 on it.
Most curious indeed.
Attached to a red collar.
How red is the collar?
The collar is not as red as the nose that's on this sheet dog.
Right. Okay, the ball?
It immediately gets happy.
I'm gonna throw the ball.
That sounded very happy.
It goes and it fetches the ball and brings it back and drops it at your feet and
I say, that's not how you play. Now you throw the ball and I'll go get it.
Ferdy.
Very well, you can have all the fun, and I'll throw it again.
That's so much fun.
it goes and gets it, brings it back and drops it.
Yeah, I'll do this for a while.
Okay, until the group gets there.
Yeah.
You see Ferdy playing with a ghost dog, Fetch. Although he looks a little upset that the ghost dog isn't throwing the ball for him to go fetch.
Yeah.
Why does the dog keep messing up the game?
I don't know. Doesn't know how to play.
The first available opportunity, Snow will take the ball and yeet it as hard as physically possible.
You actually physically see this dog go through trees to go after this ball.
Whoa.
While they're entertained with the ball, can I inspect that pouch, that the little black pouch that I put in my
Absolutely, you can.
satchel? So I'll open it.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I see inside?
Inside are these little triangle things. They're kind of soft, and you can almost squish them. And it's got orange, yellow, and white color to it, kind of in stripes.
Oh, I've lost sound on him.
Yep.
I'll take out the. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll take out the little piece and that I switched between, and I'll bite just the white part off.
Okay. It is super sweet. In fact, you're pretty sure you've never tasted anything like this before, and its flavor is a little interesting. It's kind of waxy.
I'll bite the yellow part off.
Somehow, some way, the yellow part manages to be even sweeter.
And then I'll put the final piece of the final
You
tip in.
feel as this waxy candy kind of enters your mouth, all this super sweetness, you feel invigorated. Like that little bit of damage that it did hitting your head kind of goes away.
So I recoup 1 HP.
Indeed you do.
I'll put it back in my satchel.
Okay.
And this cane, while they're, I don't know how long this game's going on, them being entertained by the ball, but I'd like to examine the cane again.
Okay. How are you examining said cane?
I will hold it out, look at it from tip to tip, and then I will lick it.
Okay.
In the middle.
As you examine it and you lick the candy cane, you do taste the tinkle of magic. You feel as if you were to try and channel magic through this, you definitely.
And I remember there was arcane, that it was evocation magic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel like it requires some sort of attunement?
It does feel like it needs an attunement.
Okay. Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Snow, you threw that ball really far.
Eventually, the ghost dog comes back and it drops the ball, and it kind of comes over to almost sniff at each and every one of you. And as it passes you, Doctor, you notice that its name tag was the same name that was on the doghouse at Jack's house.
He's only mildly observant.
I mean, you're fired.
He kind of knows things.
You're fired. You know who I'm talking to, and you're fired. Anyway, continuing on. Can't hear you, Doctor. Oh, there you are.
Hey, Zero, buddy, do you know where Jack is? Can you take us to him?
He's fallen in a well. A deep well. His name is Timmy.
Floats away from you.
General.
I think.
Yeah. It may not be good to antagonize the ghost dog. That would
I think that they mentioned he fell from the sky.
Oh, he did fall from the sky. Do you know where he is? Take us to him so we can help.
You follow Zero a little bit through the woods, and there is an open doorway that is carved into the trunk of a tree. And Zero goes through this doorway.
How far back is that snowmobile?
It's probably a good 100 feet or so back.
Weren't we meant to find Sandy Claus first?
That's the question I have. Lady Sally, do we want to go through the door? Do we go back and assist?
I think, well, Sally's back a ways.
I'm already walking towards the snowmobile.
Well, we were only going to find Sandy Claus so we could help. He could help find Jack, but now we found Jack.
Well, and Jack seems to know a lot about Christmas Town, so maybe one leads to the other? Oh, God, did we lose our gnome? Did we lose our gnome? We gotta put a bell on him. General?
Quick, everybody through the door and close the door behind us.
Okay. Dr. Pimothy, who is used to this sort of thing, will yell, "For science!" and open the door and step through.
All right. Each of you that goes through the door, you step into inky blackness. And it takes a moment as you kind of try to like reach out for something. And all of a sudden you feel like you're falling. But it's not terrifying in the way that you think it would be. It's a soft fall. Almost like a feather fall.
Okay.
And as you feel like the descent is coming to an end, there's a brief moment where your breath kind of catches, and you have to blink a moment. And once you do, you find yourself in a cold place. There is snow falling from the sky.
We try to catch him.
How?
No, we try to catch snow. He's falling from the sky?
Not that kind of snow.
Oh, okay.
Flakes of snow.
Oh, okay, got it.
He's got dandruff.
You find yourself in a graveyard.
Oh.
But the graveyard's on fire.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. Glad I didn't follow.
You could have led with the whole fire thing.
Like a dangerous fire, or like?
Like there's pieces of things laying about this graveyard, and those things are on fire.
It's a crash site.
Yeah, I'd like to look around.
Okay.
Gonna do some investigation around.
Go for it. Investigate away.
Who's ever making an investigation check?
Erlasong and Ferdy, are you guys doing that?
What if I'm more perceptive than investigative?
You can perceive then.
Okay.
I will grant Erlasong advantage on his check then. So take it.
Well, do you want to investigate?
Yeah,
And
I just
grant
wanted you to feel included. It's like a teacher being like, "Very good, you're so good at looking." But yeah, I'm gonna look around a little bit too.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh, 19.
19. You see that there are gifts laying around. That some of them are on fire and some aren't, and they're wrapped in shades of oranges and blacks and purples and greens. And you can see bits and pieces of wood, and occasionally you see a bone or two laying around. The wood is mostly what's on fire, but as you look around a little bit more, you do see what looks like a very thin man kind of draped over the arms of a very tall angel-like figure statue.
Can I pick up one of the presents and investigate it by like opening it?
And by opening it, you mean pawing at it until it falls apart?
This is what my kids tell me.
Correct.
It's just the wrapping that he wants.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Whoa!
It is the wrapping that kind of like brought me.
This is the coolest name for the Grouch Couch. Hi, the Grouch Couch.
Love it.
Thank you for raiding us. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's something you don't say to a Viking very often.
Okay, while they're doing this, can I look around? Is there a way out of here, like back to where we were before?
You are not sure. You do not currently see one, but you do see Zero floating over to the man that is in the arm of this statue.
I'll run over there and cast.
Okay.
Is he awake or is he like unconscious? Like
He seems unconscious.
Oh,
Is a medicine check in order?
Yes, please, Ferdy, you do something.
Sure, go ahead, Ferdy. Give me a medicine check.
How long will it take me to get back to this snowmobile?
Your head?
24.
Okay. It shouldn't take you too long to get back there. You're able to get back to the snowmobile successfully, and are you going forward into the woods where your friends went?
I would like to investigate the control so that I can have much better control over the control.
Give me an intelligence check.
I got a 16 on the die.
Okay. You are pretty sure that you remember exactly which lever it was that he went to move to get this thing to go forward.
And what about the steering mechanisms?
The large white wheel seems to only turn left or right.
Got you. All right. I'll start it slow to get the hang of it, but then I'm going to scoot back and pick up Sally.
Okay. All right. Give me an intelligence check again.
Any pluses to that?
It's an intelligence check, so your intelligence modifier.
Duh.
Oh.
Hey, look.
All right, where's Moron? All right, Moron's here. So
I said that as nice as I could.
Yeah.
That story. Yeah, it takes you a moment to get into the swing of it, as it were, and you are able to go back and get to Sally. We're gonna go back to the other half here. You can tell that this creature is undead. That it is the strangest, most gangly skeleton man that you've ever seen, and he is wearing what you can only describe as a nightmare of red and white fluff.
which we recognize, I'm assuming, from
Absolutely.
the tower.
He is unconscious, but he's okay. He's just kind of knocked out from the fall.
Can I revive him?
It might be easier to shake him a little.
Oh, well, that's medicine check. That was my medicine check.
Yes, that was your medicine check.
Just shake.
Just a little, hey, buddy, you in there? Yeah. After a moment, he seems to stir, and he looks over at you very confused. Who are you?
Well, I think it might be more important to know who you are.
Well, I am Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Well, we have been looking for Jack, Pumpkin King or not.
Yes, well, you found him.
And I look back to Timothy.
Ask him about the reindeer.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Okay, so Jack, first off, there's a doctor, and he kind of needs his reindeer back.
Ah, yes. Dr. Finkelstein.
Yes, and there's this other girl, Sally, and she's really concerned about you and for you, and...
Well, I was kind of shot out of the sky by this ball of fire, so I could understand the concern.
Ugh, big mood. Been there. But like, but is there a chance that we can maybe get the reindeer back to Dr. Finkelstein? And there's the whole matter of like where Sandy Claus is.
Oh, well, yes, I asked the 3 children to take care of that. To hold on to him until I could deliver the presents.
Well, that sounds very sweet and non-violent in any way whatsoever. Like,
well, on thinking on it now, this whole endeavor was bad.
You're having regrets?
I don't think I should have taken over another person's holiday.
Oh, no.
That's fair.
Things like that
Holiday.
don't end well.
That would explain the festivities.
Yes. Have you been to Christmas Town?
We
have not.
Yeah, I mean...
It is beautiful.
We've seen some of your notes, and it seems like it's a really nice place.
It is very different than Halloween Town. I wanted to do something happy and not scary. I didn't want to scare children every year, and... Well, I think I might have done that anyway.
Subconsciously playing with the tinsel again.
Are you playing with the tinsel or with the wrapped package?
Bit of both. Just while he's listening, he's gone to tinsel.
He's got a tinsel on one side of his head and like wrapping on the other. Just like that.
So much.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't get wrapped up in the mistakes that you've made. I mean, we could all sit around and like think to ourselves, what have I done? What have I done? You need to like step up and have a positive effect.
Yes. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to get my gifts back that I gave the children. I feel they might not be appropriate.
Where are the... how are you gonna get the gifts back?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
Do you have... how were you able to get around and give them the gifts in the first place?
Well, all this fire was once a sled that was pulled by flying reindeer.
Oh, like this, and the scroll.
Mm-hmm. Yes, those are Dr. Finkelstein's notes.
Oh, yes. Are these them? And I'll like look at the bones that are scattered about the.
Those might be mine. They might be the reindeers.
Just slow blink.
He's like, how did they
Well, we were
get
instructed
here?
to bring the reindeers back. He didn't exactly say in what.
And he does this strange thing that you don't think he should be able to do because he doesn't have lips. Whistle. And you see 8 reindeer that are made completely of skeletons just kind of like fly into the space and
Whoa.
hover.
Whoa. That is cool.
That is mine. And he picks up like this bone and he like rolls up a pant leg and he just like pops it back into place and then rolls the pant leg back down.
That's gross.
That is cool.
It is undeath.
Okay.
I melted.
I melt.
That's why I bring it to the table.
You look like someone I know.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Sound like a herd of animals.
Shut up, General. You're not here.
In spirit I am, in spirit.
All right.
General, roll me a d10. And then you guys. Yeah.
Five.
Thank you. Was there anything else you wanted to talk to Jack about?
Is there any... How can we best help? We're trying to figure out a way for us to get home, but we're wondering if by helping you, it helps us get back to where we're supposed to be.
Well, you probably came through one of the strange doors.
Oh. Oh.
Well, yes, we did just come through a door.
Probably.
Right. Those doors are gateways to other worlds.
Oh.
Which is why we're here. Is there a way to get back through?
Of course.
Can you take us?
But, well, of course I can.
Would you take us?
Yes, we are going to have to find something to attach these reindeer to get us all out of here.
Don't look at me.
No.
Okay.
A sled or of something of that nature.
Sled.
Well, I do recall. And then there was a sled back there.
There's no way we'd all fit on that sled.
Just waiting for it to come zooming out of the sky.
Well,
Christmas Town? Did they have such fancies?
Well, Sandy Claus has one. He's a big one. That's what we modeled, well, this one after.
So
should we find Santa Claus first and then?
Well,
get his sleigh?
I feel he may be able to help with the presence problem, but I don't believe he would be able to help us in this situation. He's back in Halloween Town.
Can I
Right.
start gathering the pieces of the sleigh that exploded? Like, because I don't know that the general is tracking down the snowmobile
Right.
or anything
So
like that. Like,
yeah, you can begin to try and like collect pieces and pad out fire and all that fun stuff. Yeah, you can collect things absolutely. Snow.
Oh dear.
Roll me a d6.
It's a 1.
Perfect. As you as you play with this box that's in your hand, it opens. You unwrap it, and there is a square box with a shiny knob on the side.
He's playing with it. He's so playing with it.
As you go to push it, it goes around in a circle.
Oh.
And it begins to play a tune.
Oh my god.
Does
Bum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum.
And as the smoother he winds it, the better it plays.
And the top opens and a pumpkin comes up and out of this box and cracks you in the noggin.
And he throws it up in the air, jumps back, and hisses at it.
It giggles.
And when it lands on the floor, Snow takes a running kick and yeets it.
You go to yeet it.
Joy.
Uh-oh.
I like
and
that
it
language.
bites
pattern.
you.
I bite it back.
I mean, okay. Does a 24 hit?
Oh god, yeah.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
It rolled really well.
Keep it.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Dude.
No.
And this thing now has your toe in its mouth.
Am I grappled by a jack-in-a-box?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, the toe is still on him.
Yeah, it's still on his toe.
Okay.
8 points of damage?
8 points.
Oh dear.
At this point, do we see this happening?
Absolutely, you see this something happening.
Now, do I see concern, or is this something that would lead me to concern for my compatriot here?
Well,
or
at first you think it's just Snow being Snow, because he was playing with a box and wrapping paper and tinsel, and you don't really know exactly what's happening. And you heard the sound, so you just assume it was something that was in the box. But you don't necessarily know that he's currently grappled by a jagged box.
I'm turning back to Jack, and I say, so Your Majesty, how far is this Christmas town that you're speaking of?
Well, once we're able to get back to the portal place, not that long, not that far, really.
So where are we now? Is it not in the same area? Land?
You
that
know,
we're
I
currently in?
don't know what this place is called, really. I heard it's called Earth, but I don't know anything more than that.
Earth.
So, can we ride the reindeer? Actually, I could ride those reindeer.
I mean,
Maybe I could ride
some of you could, most definitely, but you, my friend, I'm not sure.
Well, it sounds as if we need to find ourselves a sleigh, is what I'm understanding.
Snow, what are you doing right now?
I'm spinning around, hopping on my free foot, trying to kick it the hell off my toes.
Okay. It is at this point that a snowmobile comes flying out of the sky.
Oh god.
And skids with Gnome and Sally on it.
Hissing noises intensify.
Ta-da!
Hello. Hi. We were actually concerned about where you were, General. And you brought Sally with you. Sally, look, Jack is fine. He's okay.
Jack! Is your friend okay?
Oh God. Yeah, I'll rush over to where Snow is. I'm going to see if I can help him, I guess. And I'll try to create like take some of the little bonfire and like create a little bonfire on the ground and be like, just toss him in here, Snow. Toss him in here. Get it off you.
So I put my foot in the fire.
Oh God, no, Snow, no, bad cat.
The Jack in the Box lets go, and it seems to bounce back a little bit, and it shoots some seeds at you.
While that's happening, I'm going to reach into my satchel and pull out the bag, that little bag of candies, and I'm going to toss them at Air Song And say, "These are definitely for you, sir. Don't complain when you enjoy it."
20 hit you song?
Oh yeah.
Snow? Okay. You take... eight points of piercing damage as about 10 little seeds come hurtling at you.
Can I destroy this thing?
I mean, sure, you can smack it.
I'm just gonna grumble and walk away from it if it's not coming at me again.
Oh, is it? Okay, are you free from it?
It's standing there currently, and it's like wobbling back and forth, but it's not coming at you.
Alright, well, if it's gonna leave him alone. I'll stand on guard, though.
Okay.
I'll take the staff and I'll lean it over towards Ferdy and say, "This clearly belongs to you."
What, the staff?
Yes, sir. And you're welcome.
The candy cane staff. It is also an item in D&D Beyond that you add to your inventory.
Okay. Well, I know that there's no reason to try to tell the general no. So.
Right. Absolutely not.
And I will remove them from mine.
Seeing that you brought the sled, the snowmobile, Jack begins to take some things off of the snowmobile. The white front cover seems to open up enough that he can lay it down and almost make it look like a big parachute. So maybe, perhaps, if you attach the reindeer to this snowmobile, you can get it to fly.
Ooh, I will start working on that. Taking some ropes and straps and.
I'll join him.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Start trying to connect everything together so we have a ways out of here.
All right. As you all work together, Jack helping you out, you get all the reindeer leashed together and attached to the snowmobile, and everyone gets situated into this parachute kind of attachment to the snowmobile. And he tells you all to hold on.
Sir, would you be offended if I drove?
Yes.
Okay, I'll sit down.
I take a sigh of
I'm
relief.
impressed.
You doing okay there, Snow?
It bit my toes.
Oh.
Just be lucky it wasn't the snake. Would have digested you.
What were you handing out to small children?
I should have inspected the packages before they wrapped them and put them in the sleigh, but I didn't. That one's on me.
You've seen where you live, right?
Yes, Halloween Town. It's a lovely place.
Is Snow looking like
It's a lovely place.
It needed some healing.
Thank you.
I look at Snow. I'm like, it's
Absolutely
a lovely
does. He's taken
But
at
for
least
other
16 points of damage.
I'm gonna
Healing
cast
for
the
other
Cure
reasons.
Wounds, level 1.
Okay.
So I'll heal him for 10 points if somebody else wants to hit him again. So I'll give Snow a little pet and just a little like
pat,
pat, and so you're healed for 10 from me, buddy.
Thank you.
And I'll go ahead and cast a Cure Wounds at level 1 as well.
Forgot y'all are Haley boys.
Yeah. Healy Beardy Boys.
Healy Beardy Boys with that sassy house.
Oh, you're my cat.
Yeah, I have to get it out of the dice tray. And that's 56 plus 6 plus 3, so that's another 9.
That puts me on max.
Yeah.
All right.
And you just like see loads of little pumpkin seeds just falling out of him now.
Jack gets the snowmobile running, and you guys begin to take flight in the sky, and he goes almost straight up, and you find yourself in that strange inky blackness again. And all of a sudden, you're back in the forest.
What do the trees look like? Are we in that little clearing?
You are in the little clearing, and you can see other strangely shaped doors cut into different trees.
Any door that looks like it might return us back to our place?
Give me a perception check.
While he's doing that, where's the Sandy Claws?
They would be with Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
And where would they be?
Probably at their hideout.
And that is...
That away.
Then we should probably go that away.
How long have you been waiting to say that? What did you roll for perception?
16 for perception.
16. You see some really interesting shaped doors. You see a door that looks to be in the shape of a turkey. You see a door that seems to be in the shape of a green tree. You see a door in the shape of a heart.
Is that Life Day?
You see a door in the shape of what looks like a pirate ship. You see a door...
Stop it. Did you come up with a holiday door? That was...
I did not come up with a holiday door. This is the Forest of Portals. Okay. So there are portals to many different...
Okay.
There are plenty of interesting looking doors, and as you kind of fly past and go in the direction that Sandy Claus would be, you think you see a door that reminds you of home.
Okay.
It's a purple shaped door. It's a purple door that seems to be in the shape of the letter L.
Right. Well, I store that away.
Larry.
Okay.
And for when we finish helping this Sandy Claus person.
Okay. You fly off in a random direction, and you head to what looks like another one of those interesting looking houses. This one is quite a bit different than Jack's house.
It's not as sassy.
It's not nearly as sassy.
So few are.
True. Very true.
It is, again, it's built into it. This one is built into a tree, and you're not quite sure how it hasn't fallen over.
Magic.
Indeed, my good sir.
Start looking around for an entrance.
Is Zero still with us?
Yes.
Hey Zero, do you know what who Sandy Claus is? Can you find Sandy Claus for us, buddy?
And he begins to float up this tree.
Okay.
And you can hear childlike laughter coming from above you as you kind of stand below this house.
No, it's this happy childlike laughter that we hear.
Is there sad laughter in your life? What non-happy laughter are you hearing, buddy? Do we talk?
The
Creepy
movie
laughter,
It.
or-
The movie It is a. Oh God.
Okay,
oh, God.
that's not happy child laughter. I rest my case.
I have many laughs. If you ever need a creepy one, just let me know.
Cool.
That wasn't your creepy one.
No.
No.
So, okay, now that begs the question. I would like to hear the creepy.
No.
We're still on stream, and we still need Billy. Okay, we need him. Zero kind of floats down the tree, and he shakes his.
It's okay, buddy. I've never thought I would ever say this, and I don't plan to ever say this again. But let's head towards the weird laughter.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Let's go, gang.
Snow's got this. Lead the way, buddy.
Oh boy.
Is the way up obvious?
There is, it looks like a, there is definitely a door at the base of this tree, that you could go in. There also looks to be like a pulley system that has a cage at the top, kind of across the little bridge there.
Can I work the pulley?
It drops the cage.
Okay.
Is there?
Would anyone like to get in?
Oh, heck no, never in 1,000 years, never in 100,000. Is there an open second floor? Can we see?
Now, what has Zero already told us that Sandy Claus isn't here?
He's not up in the house.
He's not up in the house.
Is he down in the house?
Oh.
Down in the tree?
Is there a down? Can we look around to see if there's an opening underground? I don't want to go.
There's a bridge and there's a break in the bridge and it looks like there's something below.
I'm gonna peer down there and see if there's something to be seen that might give pause or give reason to think that we might be needing to go down that direction.
I'd like to peer as well.
Give me a perception check.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a hole.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. You do hear some laughter coming from down there too. It's a different laughter. It's more manly.
Well, that's what the beardy boys do, is go to where people don't want to go.
It's just a matter of getting down there, I believe.
I might be able to help a little bit with that. Erlo, do you want to try climbing down, buddy?
You realize how good I am at climbing.
Yeah. How about now? And I cast Spider Climb on Erlo. So that he can stick to walls. And
I start tentatively going down, and
how big is the hole?
It's a pretty wide gap. There's a bridge to cross it.
So does anybody want to ride?
Could a certain set of reindeer fly down this?
Not too wide like they currently are.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out the saddle. Yes, let's do this.
Lose the saddle.
It's for your protection as well as mine.
No.
You said you were allergic.
Trespassers!
Anybody?
Who said that?
There is a interesting looking girl, or what you think is a girl, peeking out the window. It's definitely a child, peeking out the window of this weird looking house.
Fireball!
Got a red witch's hat on.
Kidding, no fireball.
If Gnome jumps on Erlisung, are we small enough that we could go to? Like, how big is Erlo?
I would say all of you minus Snow.
But Snow can climb
that's
pretty well.
A lot of people.
I mean, Jack and Sally can find their own way down, but
Yeah, I think I'd pull Ferdy and Gnome, and we just go jump on Erlisung, and we go, Snow, let's go, let's go.
Snow has no problem with the climbing. Kitty claws.
let's see.
Has this alert of alarm caused any disturbance from down below that we can tell?
Not from down below, no. I know that hits you, Snow.
Oh, everything hits me today.
That was a 24, so.
What? What hit? That freaking toy is back?
I know. A dagger comes flying down from Pouch and impacts into Snow's shoulder for
Who
9
threw
points
the
of damage.
dagger?
The girl
Did the
with the
child?
witch's hat.
Oh my goodness.
Really
I
annoyed
changed-
loud cat noises.
I change direction and I start heading up the tree to the house.
Oh no.
And Snow just kind of like flies into a rage because he's sick of getting hit by things. now.
Okay. As you get up to what amounts to, I guess, the second floor, there is an opening that you can kind of climb up and in, and you are greeted with a child in a devil costume, a child in a red witch's costume, and a child in a skeleton costume.
Did we see who threw the
witch?
Okay. Firebolt on the witch.
Okay.
Oh, you're just gonna attack. We're not
Roll
gonna
it.
parlay or anything.
It is already started, sir.
The beardy boys are gonna beat up children? Is this the
I know.
This is the way this is rolling now.
Beardy Boys goes where everyone else is
already
ready to go.
attacked my favorite werecat.
It's the point. Is that dagger still in my shoulder?
Yes. What was the hit?
Does 17 hit?
17 does hit.
General, they're children.
We're Fae!
Oh, that's better.
Well, if we're going by height, I think it might be okay.
13 points of damage.
Ow!
Take that, you little witch!
We're just here for Sandy Claus. Tell us where he is.
We kidnapped Santa Claus. He's with Oogie and Boogie now.
I'm just going to go ahead and smack it upside the head with a great axe.
Gentlemen. Oh, screw it.
Oh, this is beautiful. Nat 1 on the first one.
Oh.
Ian didn't.
Totally.
Dean didn't.
14 plus. Does a 19 hit?
19 hit.
Brilliant. 1d12.
God, I gotta steal that. Dean didn't.
That's 9, 10, 11.
All my nat ones are D and didn't.
That's 13 points of damage on that attack.
To which child?
The witch, the one that
Which,
threw the knife
okay.
at me.
Again,
We're going after the little girl.
a phrase I
Okay.
never thought I would say.
I'm going after a
That threw a
knife.
dagger and hit our bull.
Gnome. Give me. What's your passive perception?
It's a big number. There's 2 digits.
It's a big number. Oh, fantastic. What is it?
11.
11?
I know, I'm special.
So perfect.
So perfect. You're so pretty.
So perfect. That's
Set up
beautiful. Okay. Seeing you smack its friend, the skeleton boy is going to throw some candy at y'all.
Ooh.
They're good children. They're sharing their candy.
They are, yes. Huh? Let's see. Our centaur friend, does an 18 hit?
Yeah, my AC is 18, so yes, it would.
Okay. As you are pelted with this candy,
Eat it.
you take 8 points of piercing damage.
I'm actually
sorry, I
going to
didn't hear
rip
you,
on my hind legs
Mhm.
and bring the hooves crashing down onto the floor and shout cease and desist as I draw out my greatsword.
The devil child is going to pull off its mask and hold a scroll in his hand.
I'm going to speak the command words and cause my great blade to burst into flame.
That's fine. And he's going to glare at you all, and I need a wisdom save from everyone.
Well, I'll take that.
It's going to be a 21 for me.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
14.
4.
Hit him right in his dump stat.
What was yours, Scribe?
Oh, he didn't hear you.
You're muted.
9.
Oh boy!
Gonna be so much fun.
Snow and Doctor, you are magically frightened by this grotesque appearance of the boy behind the devil mask
Oh god. Oh god.
Nice.
as he glares at you.
Okay. Okay.
You are all no fun!
We've just started the fun.
Okay. I get advantage on saving throws against being frightened, so I'm gonna take that save again. That's a 15 this time. Am I still afraid?
You are not.
Okay, God. Oh God. Oh God. I'm going to. Erlo, is your weapon
on fire? Yes.
Your weapon's on fire. Is your armor magical?
No.
It is now.
I will take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch the armor and infuse the item with an artificer illusion, and so it is now a +1.
Okay.
And it is like a magical armor now. I'm gonna enhance that defense.
Okay.
Could I make an insight check just to kind of get a read on the situation and like what motivates these bad children? Like,
sure.
I'm just kind of looking for information about like, is there a way where I don't have to hit these children?
Give me an insight check.
20.
They are tricksters.
Having announced themselves as Fae.
They live for nothing more than tricking. It's their favorite pastime. They already told you where Santa Claus was.
Where's Oogie Boogie?
Perception check.
18.
You can see in the wall there is a large metal tube that has, it looks like a really hastily drawn monster kind of around it, and it looks like the tube is the mouth.
Okay.
But it looks like it's been expanded past its normal point. And you can see the word Oogie scrawled across the top.
It's almost like the size of a slide entrance.
Almost.
Is it a sufficiently large slide entrance?
It would be large enough for you to go down.
I yell for science and jump off and jump down the slide.
Perfect. What is everyone else doing?
I'm frightened, so I'm running away. So I'll probably follow my teammate.
Okay.
I'm guarding the entrance to this slide. Little.
Okay.
Interested to see what everybody else does at this point.
The general leaves and goes back to get the snowmobile.
Yeah, seeing that these are just little tricksters, I'm just gonna hop down the slide as well.
Okay. Gnome.
Of course, I'm going down the slide.
Okay. And then you would follow shortly
I
thereafter?
would follow shortly thereafter.
You notice, as you go down last, the children look worried.
Okay, I like that look in them.
Okay. Doctor, since you're the first one down, it is very strangely colored down here. There is neon color everywhere. There is reds and blues and pinks and greens, and it's really harsh on your eyes.
Sure.
And you hear a coming from down here.
Santa Claus? Is that you?
Sandy Claus?
Oogie Boogie?
Yes, I'm the boogeyman.
Okay. Do you know where Santa Claus is? Can we have him back?
He's a little tied up right now.
Okay, but I just want to give you the heads up. I've got some friends that are going to be coming down the slide here in just a second. Unless this is a repeat of the whole car snowmobile thing, where they just kind of watch me do something, and...
At that moment, you are hit by your fish friend.
Yeah.
Yes. The next person comes down. Or Snow was the next one down, and then friend. So a barbarian just landed on you.
Oh my god. Oh.
Just like kind of lands on all four paws, just like with this crushed thing underneath me. Absolute sensory overload, bright colors, shinies.
Yes. Insert melting fish friend.
Yeah. Splat.
I will attempt an action roll as I come barreling out of this to avoid the people.
Athletics.
Guys, I weigh over 700 pounds. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah.
know?
The logic
Just
hits
saying.
me as Snow hits and Bernie hits, and Gnome comes through. I just start. I'm like, guys, get off me, guys, get off. Erlo's coming, get off me.
I'm getting off, but I'm doing it so slowly. Like
No, Ferdy gotta move.
14. Okay. You are able to, with some sort of strange grace, not land in the dog pile, but off to one side.
I'm just crawling. I'm just clawing that.
So,
as you guys, my hooves are hitting the sides of this thing all the way
He's
down.
coming.
It is not a quiet. It is coming.
He's
down.
coming down the chimney. Move.
Seconds before he.
Lordy,
There are words you have never heard coming from this paladin's lips as he.
I will use my reaction to featherfall him right before he hits.
Beautiful. All right, you are all down in Oogie's lair.
Hi guys. This is Oogie Boogie. He's a bit of a jerk.
I'm the boogeyman.
Firebolt.
Oh,
You don't see him. You don't see him. You just hear him.
Oh, we just hear him.
Yes.
love
Anyway,
how you're-
firebolt in random direction. Firebolt.
Mike is you're literally an artificer. One of your abilities is the right tool for any situation. And, like that's one of the abilities you have.
He's like, so what are you trying to say? Fireball?
Fireball?
Ah, yes, the right tool.
It's the right saying this is not the right tool. Listen, who's the assistant here?
You're right.
Me or you?
That's true.
I think you know the answer.
Fireball. Could I cast a spell? Could I cast daylight?
Yeah, you can cast. It's bright as all get out in here. It's like neon.
Oh, but we still can't see him.
He's just not visible from where you are currently.
Oh, okay, never mind. Can I find him?
I mean, you can move from where you currently are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll move around and look for him.
Okay.
Yeah, do we see? Are there
with
any
my candy cane staff at the ready?
You do not currently see any other entrances or exits where you currently are. But as you all kind of move around where you are, you notice that the floor is moving in a circular direction.
Ooh. I go with the movement.
Okay. You notice that there are sections on the floor that are black and are red.
Huh.
Black.
Red.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just walk the sections, but
Doctor, evens or odds?
oh god. Evens?
Perfect. The red sections all catch fire.
Am I on a red section?
You said
Yes,
you were.
you are.
Yep. That tracks.
You take 6 points of fire damage.
Oof. All I can think is the fire is like against me, and I feel the warmth is like. At least Erlo didn't fall down the tube.
And you just hear some more laughter.
Is it directional or is it just kind of
Omnipotent.
omnipotent everywhere? Omnipotent.
Currently.
Knock it off, Oogie Boogie.
Do you
just here for
know
Santa
what the
Claus.
boogeyman is?
No. What is the boogeyman?
I am the thing of nightmare.
Apparently invisible.
Not invisible.
He's not so scary when you can't see him.
I'm only not seen by those who don't use their head.
You missed that last part. Who don't what?
Use their head.
I'm safe. This is good.
Could I use my head?
Give me a perception check.
20.
He is above you on a catwalk.
Firebolt.
Okay. Roll to hit.
It's so simple. He's mildly retarded. So 15 on the dot and 24.
That hits.
Oh, that's awesome. 10 points of damage.
Fantastic. With that, he jumps off the catwalk towards you all.
I rolled 2 1s in my damage rolls.
Oof. 25 hit gnome?
Wow.
No, my love, you're looking at your AC to see if a 20.
I know, yeah.
Well, I was contemplating using.
We all knew.
Using shield. That only adds 5.
Giving you what, a 17?
No, I have 17 to start with.
As Oogie lands on you, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Wait, he was
That's a lot-
jumping
that's
on
a
me?
lot of buggy.
Yes.
Oh, I can use my reaction to featherfall him.
That's what you want to do.
Yes. Instead of take the damage. Yes, I will featherfall him.
21 still hits though, right?
Yes, since I've used my reaction already, yes.
Okay. Then I just need different dice to roll. As he's falling and he realizes he's not falling at the speed that he would like, he grabs the top of his head and pulls some bugs out and throws them at you.
Gross. But I love it.
That's going to be 17 points of slashing damage.
Gets it.
Okay. And I need a dex save from the rest of you.
But I kind of feel like I just did one of those already. So...
Nat 20.
Alright, you're safe.
That's without even rolling the advantage dice.
that's
so.
good. 18.
Okay.
9.
And our fish friend?
11.
11. Alright, so our fish friend and our centaur. Are going to take 14 points of slashing damage from these gross bugs. But everybody else is okay.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire on Oogie Boogie.
Okay. He floats down to the ground, and he is in front of you, and he is gross.
And I'm attacking.
Alrighty.
Is my blade still lit, or do I need to relight it again?
You would need to relight it again because you came down the.
Okay.
Before the centaur attacks, can I cast Bless?
Y'all get one time to do what you want to do, and then we're gonna roll for initiative.
Is this going to be a full action or just a single? For example, I get
It's
two
a full
attacks per
action.
action.
Full action.
And I'm going to make my attacks.
Okay.
It was almost a 1. Seven. That's going to be a 15 on the first one.
Okay. That hits.
And actually, I'm going to use a Divine Strike with that as well.
Okay.
And let's go with the second attack. Ooh, much better. That's a 13 on the dice, so I'm assuming that's going to hit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do my Divine Smite on that one as well, if I could, please.
Sure.
Should we start this off with a bang?
Absolutely.
Would I be on a fresh round of rage at this point?
You never raged.
Upstairs, I did.
Upstairs with the little girl.
Oh, then yeah, you would need to do a fresh rage.
2. Okay. So, first strike. Ooh, but I get to reroll ones. Plus. Sorry, I'm trying to find my Divine Strike on here.
No worries, dude.
Take your time. All
You
good.
say that, but I'm still looking for it. It's an extra 2d8.
Okay.
Cat, quit eating the dice.
Oops.
Snap.
Okay, so with the first
So eating
attack,
dice?
yeah, it's sitting in my dice tray, eating the dice. 18 is 28 plus 5. That's going to be 30. 3 for the first hit.
Okay.
And with the second hit, that's going to be 9 plus 3, 12, 14,
24. The second one's going to be less at 29.
Okay. All right. That leaves Dr. Timothy. What did you want, Timothy and our snow friend? What did you want to do before we roll for initiative?
If I can change it, I would rather you not do fairy fire. Did we
Okay.
And we saw him reach inside of himself
Yes.
and pull bugs out, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to try to eat away at that whatever's holding the bugs in.
Okay.
And I want to cast Milf's acid arrow.
Okay.
So Melf's acid arrow, because it's acid and it's like an elemental attack, I'm actually going to grant myself a +3 to this.
Okay.
Because of the acid damage here. So for the attack roll, I'm going to do that, which is good. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So the target's going to take 4d4 acid damage.
Okay.
And immediately, and then 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So, that's 6. Okay, so, and another 6. 12 points of acid damage this turn as it eats away at the whatever is holding these bugs in.
Okay. Very good. Snow?
I'm going to go ahead and slap it upside the head with a great axe.
Okay.
Shockingly enough, but I'm going to attack recklessly whilst I'm doing so.
Fantastic.
So that's a 3 on the die. And that's a 13. That's better. Or I know how to use this webpage, I swear. So does an 18 hit?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do the damage for that one.
I mean, to be fair, he's made of burlap, so
Yes,
he
he
doesn't
is.
have much of an AC.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
And my second attack is 18 and an 18. Okay, so 18 plus 5, 23 hits. And D12, that's an 8 plus 4, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And just as a heads up, I'm running Totem of the Wolf. And that is... While I'm raging, my allies have advantage on melee attack rolls against any hostile creature within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Perfect. Good to know. All right, everybody roll initiative. Your epic initiative cannot be heard because you are muted, Scribe.
I said, boom, 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 boom.
I know. I saw it. I just couldn't hear it.
21.
16 for 30.
Same.
Roll me a d20, both of you then.
19.
20. 20.
11 for Erlo.
Hello. Evan.
1.
Beautiful.
Love it.
What? All right. Snow, you are up first.
Wunderbar. And hold on to your hats, because I'm going to slap it with a great axe.
No way.
Nothing if not consistent.
Same verse. Second verse, same as the first.
It's turn number 2, Electric Boogaloo. You know?
I am totally a fan of barbarians. Whilst I'm playing at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
6 plus 5 does an 11 hit?
Will
No.
it hit with a bless? Because he is blessed. I can roll a die to add to that.
Yeah, if you want to roll the die.
What? I'm going to say if I'm attacking recklessly, I get a advantage on that anyway, right?
Oh yeah.
Excuse me,
Give a
yes.
second. And that's a 7 plus 5, so 12.
Still no.
3 on the blessed dice.
Takes him to 15.
15 hits.
Yeah. There you go.
We got there in the end. We got there.
I think Sil's as tired as I am.
You might be. You might be.
So that's a 9 plus 4. There's some numbers. That's 13 points of damage. And the second attack is a 3 on the die. And that's a 19 plus 5. So I'm going to assume 24 hits.
Yeah.
Because I can math sometimes.
Its AC is 15.
So 5, that's 9 points of damage.
Alrighty. It is. Let's see, I need. Okay.
So, can I ask the bug slashing damage I took, was that magical or non-magical?
Non-magical. It's just gross.
I get to reduce it by 3.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to take
Just
every
gross.
hit point I can get right now.
That's fine. Totally fine. Okay. You see a large swarm of spiders come up out of one of the black sections of the floor.
Joy!
And there's 5 of you. I'm gonna roll a d6.
I hate spiders. Too many legs.
All right, Ron. All right. They are going to attack. And they are going to swing wide with a D and didn't.
Yes.
So, Snow, you saw the swarm of spiders coming at you, and then they like halted real quick because they D and did. All right. It is Oogie Boogie's turn. And he is
Oh.
That's what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I wouldn't roll dice.
It's been tricky.
Just paint numbers on the cat.
All right. Who is he gonna go after? 1, 2, 3. He's gonna go after the centaur.
Ah, good.
$18 hits.
It does not. Thank you very much.
Has he moved out of my range at all? Or is
No.
he still within 5 feet of me?
He's still within 5 feet of you.
Cool.
Dr. Pimothy, you may have another ride one day.
Okay. Well, a nat 20 does hit. So. Yes. All right. I need my d12s.
Which dice are you rolling with?
How many D12s do you need?
This one.
Nice.
About a few. All right, that is 19 points of damage as some threads come out and smack at you. That is slashing damage. It is damage,
It is magical or non-magical?
non-magical. And I need, you are currently grappled unless you would like to try and get out of the grapple.
With my strength check?
Yes, sir.
Nat 20 plus
Yeah.
5, that'll be 25.
You are no longer grappled.
That'll be my only nat 20 for the week.
It's a good thing the week is over, huh?
Yeah,
Um, All
It's
right.
only just begun. What are you talking about?
It depends on how you look at it. All right. All right. It is Ferdy's turn.
Wait, end of Oogie's turn.
That is end of Oogie's turn. Yes. Go ahead and roll your acid damage.
6 more points of acid damage.
Ferdy.
So I'd like to conjure up a spiritual weapon with my bonus action.
What does it
look like? It looks like a big peppermint stick.
Okay.
Perfect. And it's going to it's just going to kind of hover around the boogie and and slap him.
Okay.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight.
For a critical hit.
Nice.
Blame it on the boogie. For 20 radiant, or sorry, 20 force damage.
Force
and
damage.
then for my action, can I use the staff? Can I use the powers that the big peppermint thing has?
You can.
The candy cane staff. Okay. So everybody's fairly close, right?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to heal everybody. With,
Okay.
like
Very
slam
nice.
I want to slam the peppermint staff on the ground, or the candy cane staff on the ground, and release 5 charges to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Okie doke. Perfect.
So everybody gets 3d8 plus 5 or 21 hit points. That's what everybody gets.
Nice.
How many was that? 24?
21.
Whoa.
21.
Very nice.
Birdie.
And refreshing. And refreshing.
And refreshing. You feel the peppermint in your mouth again.
Can you feel the peppermint?
You can now.
Peppermint heals.
That's too
I
spicy.
like it.
Peppermint patty over here. All right. Is at the end of your turn.
And then can I move safely away, a little bit away from like what's going on, like with the Oogie Boogie? Okay.
Yeah, you,
so I'll
you can
kinda-
move back a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find a safe space. And then I will end my turn.
Okay. Gnome, you're up.
All right. Where is Oogie in relation to me now?
He is within 15 feet.
Okay. All right. I will drop the old Eldritch Cannon, the Force Ballista,
Okay.
and that will be my action. But then it gets a bonus action, which is to attack with force damage. Okay, so that would be 29.
Okay. That hits.
So that's a 20 on the die. I don't know if these ballista crit or not, or whatever the hell that works for that. It doesn't say anything about it in here.
Okay.
I don't know. It's new. So I'll just do 2d8, which
That's
is
fine.
the regular damage.
Well, isn't it a crit attack? Was it an attack? How does that work?
Well, it's a summon cannon. It's called an Eldritch Cannon, and it's the Force Ballista. And it's a bonus action to do 2d8 force damage. So I don't know if those can crit or not. You know what I'm saying? I have no
But
idea.
You're making an attack with it.
Yeah, it's making an attack.
That's up to the DM.
Evens or odds?
I'm odd. Duh.
You can double the dice.
All right. So that'll be 30 total points.
Nice. I'm glad I chunked him up a little bit because this would have been over entirely. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Erlo.
Well, feeling the fresh, invigorating feel of peppermint coursing through my veins, I am going to make a couple of attacks.
Okay.
Divine Smite on both at advantage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I can improve on this 19 I just rolled. I just rolled a 1. Thank you for the advantage. And second attack at advantage. A 13 plus, I want to say 8, so that's a 21. So
both hit.
First one. No, cat. Just stay still. Oh, that was some nice numbers coming out of that. It's 10. 6 is 16, 17, 18, 25. Plus 5, that's going to be 30 on the first attack.
Okay. Good.
And 7 and 6. 15, lots of numbers. 19 plus 6, 25. 30 on the second attack.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really glad I. All right. Let us see. It is Doctor's turn.
Well, I feel like you guys are really great at the damage stuff, and I'm so proud of you guys. I ain't so good at that. So we're going to have to get a little creative and funky on this one. I have to play a little free-form jazz on this one. I'm going to sneak behind Erlo as he's playing, everybody's wailing on Oogie and doing some damage. And I'm going to take one of my experimental flask out and take a giant swig, which I rolled beforehand, and landed on 6, which allows me to use the spell Alter Self on myself.
Okay.
And as I bend down behind Erlosung, as I swig my experimental potion, I pop up as Jack, the Pumpkin King.
Perfect.
Oogie, leave them alone.
Deception check.
Icky, your line here is deception at disadvantage. You just take your time.
Deception check, please.
That's
He gave you the wrong script, buddy.
They did.
That's that's okay. That's 15.
Jack, what are you doing in my
I am here to rescue the Sandy Claus. Now give him back right now.
That's not the way this works, Jack.
Then how does it work, Oogie?
You see, I'm a gambling man, Jack. Would you care to play a game?
Always bet on black.
All right, fair. One game. I win, you let us all go with the Sandy Claus.
And if I win?
I stay.
I don't kill you.
Jack?
That's my name.
We didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
Hang on.
No,
No.
I turned it off.
You were. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I might have cut you off a little bit.
Oh, okay. I said, well, if you win, then I stay forever.
Ooh, this is a win-win for me.
Forever. That's a mighty long time, Jack.
I've got all the time in the world, Oogie. Unless you're afraid.
Me afraid? I was just thinking that you wouldn't want to leave your pretty new friend alone forever, Jack.
I'm confused. Is she not accepting, or is she accepting?
It's a price I'm willing to pay to correct my mistakes.
Perception check.
Oh Lord, have
I
mercy
love the
on our
sass
souls.
coming off the DM right now.
I know. There's like she's like looking at us. She's like, I refuse to look at you because you're not gonna break me. I'm a solid wall.
12.
12. Anybody else want to make a perception check?
Yeah. Pretty decent at it.
Oh, this one's good.
16.
Actually, wait. I'm going to use my +5 that Grim gave me, and because she just asked, did you use it? And no, so that turns into that turns into a 17.
17. Sally is hanging from this in a cage.
Firebolt.
Gnome.
Get it. Get it.
And when I say all of us, Oogie, I mean all of us.
If that's the way you want to play it, Jack.
All right, what's the game?
Well, my favorite is dice.
Are there any dice in the area?
You can see there are two very large dice laying in the center. And as you look at them, you can see Sandy Claus tied up on a chair of some kind right behind them.
Does Oogie have thumbs?
No.
Challenge to thumb wrestling.
Okay. I will look back at the group like, oh my god, but then turn back to face Oogie with like a confident look on my face.
You ready to play, Jack?
Is this, well... Is this going to be like an ability check for him?
He is going to roll some dice, but it's not going to be an ability check.
Okay.
Oogie kind of walks backwards and he pulls a lever, and the two dice are scooped up in a cup. This is all right, Jack. Pull the lever. Let's see how you roll.
I'll walk over, knowing that he's probably going to cheat this roll. And
Roll 2d6 for me.
he's not pulling the lever. I'm pulling the lever, right?
You're pulling the lever.
All right.
How'd you
This is
get
your roll.
13?
All right, here we go, gang.
Go on.
Okay. A 4 and a 3.
Okay.
7.
An average roll.
It's not bad. It's not great.
bad.
It's not good.
It's not great.
It's not bad.
The goal is to get doubles, Jack. I don't get doubles, we roll again. He goes and he pulls the lever again, scoops up the dice, and he pulls the lever and dumps them. He got a 4 and a 2. No doubles.
Okay.
Pulls the lever one more time. Jack.
Okay. Well, I'm hesitant to tell you what they are. Because they're snake eyes.
That sounds like
Snake
doubles
eyes.
to me.
Those are doubles.
I know, but I see. Okay, yes, then snake eyes.
Snake eye.
I like the snake's eyes.
As he says snake eyes, 2 black and white striped boa constrictors
That's why I didn't want to say
slither
it.
out
That's why I didn't want to say it.
onto this roulette table that you're standing on. My turn, Jack. If I get doubles that are better, I win.
Ugh.
Are you ready?
Ready. Get on with it.
He pulls the lever to scoop up the dice, and he rolls. And he starts to laugh.
Fireball.
Well, 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 Jack.
What a weird.
It looks like you're free to go. He rolled a 4 and a 3.
Hey, kind of twinsies there.
And he takes a step back and he goes, "But you're going to have to get through them."
The snakes?
It sounds like a
The
horde.
snakes?
I'll turn back to face the snakes and be like, "You guys heard her. Please kill these snakes."
I attack as soon as I'm able.
All right.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
Grim.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
First attack.
Is a 13 plus 5. Excuse me, 8. That's
That
going to be
hits.
21.
And second. Ooh. 10. I'm taking it at 10. It's not going to hit.
10 total?
Yes.
No, 10 doesn't hit.
Even with the D4, it probably wouldn't hit either. So.
No, roll the D4.
Add a 3 onto that.
That hits.
13 hits. I'll take it. First strike is ow. Nice. 12, 17, 19.
The snake does not like that. Not
And
one
that was
bit.
on 4d6. Second one, not bad. 10, 14, 16 on the second swing.
Yeah, the snake does not look happy, and in fact, it has a large hunk of flesh missing.
Yes.
And that would be it for my attacks.
All right.
Hellspawn's fired.
Permanently fired, it's fine.
All right.
He got fired for being fired, was rehired, and then she fired him again.
Yep. Spawn, 22 hit.
Oh, yeah. If you roll a dice, chances are it's going to hit me.
Just shorten the process before going to the roll.
That is definitely the spirit. You take 8 points of piercing damage as the snake bites you.
Am I
And
still
begins to
raging
s-
at this point?
Yeah, you are, and it begins to swallow you.
Oh, cool.
That won't do.
So, technically, it's
That's
that
2
4 points of
problems
damage.
right there. He's gonna get swallowed by the cat, and then he's gonna die with a hair.
What was that, Snow?
So that's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Sweet.
And you're slowly being swallowed.
I mean, meow.
Snow, don't.
Right, meow.
It's your turn. You gonna do something?
How much of my body is inside this snake?
This snake has your foot up to about the knee.
Well, I'm definitely within 5 feet of it now, so there's a bonus. And
Step 1.
can I get a swing in over the top? Okay.
I mean, you're gonna have to be a little bit more precise with your to hit, so you don't hit yourself inside the snake. But yes.
That's fine because I'm going to attack recklessly and like swing away.
Again, phrases I never thought I would ever say.
If there was ever a time to attack recklessly, it's when a snake is trying to swallow you.
Eat you.
Well, it's such a misnomer though, because his attack actually becomes accurate, right? More accurate.
Yeah, so that's a nat 20 without even having to re-roll.
Oh, nice.
11, 6, 17, plus 4, 21 points of damage.
Nice.
Rick and break.
The
Stick that sword into
second
that
roll is that's an 8 plus.
Was that from Hercules?
Aladdin.
And
Aladdin, that one. There was 2 movies that I heard the cheerleader. Never mind. Regardless, it's one of them.
And does a 13 hit.
13 hits. Yes.
Brilliant. And that is 9 points of damage.
9. All right. The snake continues to swallow snow. Meow. All right. Ferdy. Yep.
I'm gonna move the hammer, or not the hammer. The spiritual weapon, the spiritual candy cane. We'll move that down to the snake that's eating Ferdy.
Okay.
And take a whack.
Go for it.
13.
13.
Advantage if I'm within 5 feet.
Yep. I mean, you're definitely within 5 feet.
You got 1 foot in anyway.
All right, so that'll be 10 force damage from the
Okay.
spiritual weapon.
Nice.
And then for my action, so there's still 2 snakes.
There's 2 snakes. They're
And
hardy, but because they're so big. They're just really large.
Okay. Are they close enough to each other that? Well, yeah. So I'm gonna stop concentrating on bless. I'm gonna cast spirit guardians instead.
Okay.
And so I think if they're within like a certain range of me, yeah, which I'll put myself in
that
range. Yeah.
What do your
then
spirit guardians look like?
They probably look like the great fish heroes from my village. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And and then so they're gonna kind of rush forward, and then the snakes are gonna roll wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy. Well, I lost that dice. Let's try a different one. Well, that one did. That was a nat 20.
Ooh.
The second one, which is the one that Wolf took a swing at, or Erlo. Wolf.
That's okay.
Erlo took a swing at. Did not pass his save.
Okay. So the one that did not pass will take 14, and the other one will take half, so 7.
Okay.
And that's radiant damage.
Okay, we are to Gnome.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something different and fire. No, so I'll have the Eldritch Cannon use its bonus action to fire because it's still there. So
yep.
So okay, that's at 18.
18 hits.
That will do 12 points of damage.
All right, which one are you hitting?
The one on the left.
The one with a foot in its mouth, or the one with the
Chunk taken out of it.
chunks taken out of it?
The chunk's taken out of it.
Okay, that's the one on the right.
Oh, dang it. Okay, so then using my action, I will cast Bolt.
Okay.
Okay, so 17 hit.
17 hit.
Okay. And that's 11 points of damage.
Same one.
If the other one didn't die, then yes.
Okay.
If the
it
one
did
I
not
hit
die.
first didn't die. Okay, then.
Okay. With this hit though, it does kind of explode in a cloud of.
Then I will fist pump in there.
All right. Erlo, you're up.
Seeing my one disappear in a cloud of or whatever that was. Yeah, thank you. I will carefully do surgical strikes against the other snake.
Okay.
Tactical nuclear strikes are much better.
Yeah, that's gonna be 13.
You have advantage because it's within 5 feet of.
So that's going to be 17 to hit. And then the second attack, 16 on the die and a 17 on the die. So I'm going to assume both of those hit as well. And so I'm out of Divine Strikes. Maybe 10, 15 for the first attack. And 10, 16, 19 for the second one.
All right. As those strikes impact, the second snake turns into a pile of. However, its teeth are still firmly attached right above Snow's kneecap.
Firebolt is like.
It's dead, but its teeth are still there.
I'm going to reach down and see if I can unattach the snake's teeth.
Give me a survival check.
Well, I get +4. I've got some wisdom going on my side here. At advantage? Did I hear it?
You did not.
That's going to be a 12.
All right. Let's see. You're able to remove it. However, it is slightly painful for poor Snow. And he's going to take an additional 4 points of slashing damage as the teeth retract and kind of come down his leg a little bit.
Reduced by half.
Yes, you can reduce that by half. As you do, the cage that held Sally kind of ricochets down to the bottom. Not fast enough to hurt her, but it comes down. And a doorway illuminates in a green light over on the left.
With strange runes.
Later, guys.
Excellent.
Jack will walk over and grab Santa Claus. Sandy Claus?
Sandy Claus.
He is very unhappy.
I'm sure. Sandy, Mr. Claus, sir, huge fan. Let's discuss once we get outside.
Mm-hmm.
He's not very jolly.
So I will.
You would not be jolly if you were stuffed down a chute and tied up.
It sounds like a picnic.
I would go.
Yes, I heard.
I will lead everyone outside through the.
And Sally's cage is open, I'm assuming, so she can step out.
She's
kind of cringly.
As you all get to the top and out, the real Jack is waiting outside for you.
Your Majesty.
I thought it best to let you carry on the charade without me accidentally for you.
Likely story.
I found your way home.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so ready.
I was starting to enjoy being eaten by everything, to be honest.
You can keep the tinsel. I recognize it from my tree.
Yes. Just like shamefully like leans off to one side.
He holds up what looks like a Christmas ornament that is filled with purple glitter.
Not it.
I'm going to throw this at your feet. Once what's in here escapes, it'll take you back home. Are you ready?
Yes. Thank you,
Yes.
Your Majesty.
Aim for the big one's feet. It's
I
an
would
easy one.
gather together.
It has been an honor.
It has been very interesting seeing so many not dead here. You all
Fair
gather
enough.
up, kind of
Oh, and
process.
And the Candy Cane staff, that's his, right? We took that from his house?
You did.
Okay, I'll offer it back.
Keep it.
I think you should keep it. You've had more use out of it than
Okay.
He's like, oh, sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
No, I couldn't.
hilarious.
I couldn't.
He gathered. You guys all gather up, and he says, "Safe trip," and he smashes this glitter bomb at your feet.
Merry Christmas.
This glitter seems to escape from this ornament like a fog cloud and encompass all of you. And there's a moment where it's so hard to breathe because this glitter is right there. And you kind of pull one of these where you close your eyes and try to like swat it away. And you find yourself, when you open your eyes, in a brightly lit forest right on the edge of the town where you were drinking last night.
Do not go in there.
Your skin is all back to normal.
Oh gosh.
Yes, thank you.
No longer patchwork or undead. Your fluff is back to normal. One of you is no longer melting.
Well, I feel like that was a successful trip, and I think we all learned some valuable lessons.
What did you learn?
I've learned that I'm never drinking alcohol ever again.
Good job.
Oh,
Fair.
I was about to say, I believe a celebration is in order.
No.
As you say that, you all feel a light snowfall and you hear the soft sounds of silver.
I look around.
You don't see anything, and the snowfall stops. But you still smell the faint smell of peppermint. And that is where our story ends.
Yay!
Yay!
Icky, that fit in.
Beauty boys are back.
That fits so well with the whimsicalness that is Indigo Chameleon.
I thought it was perfect. I wanted to find something that I could do. I have a lot of dark one-shots, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is not a place for a dark one-shot. And so I wanted to. Nightmare Before Christmas was my favorite movie growing up, and it fits with Wonder and Never, and you can incorporate both into this world, kind of, if you would have went through the door shaped like a heart, or the pirate ship door, or, you know, so
It truly does. It really does. So, thank you guys so much, and thank you, Hellspawn. It was so great to be able to play a game with you. Action Surge, thank you. I know how late it is, dude. Go get some sleep. Icky V.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Icky V, you're amazing. I can't thank you enough for doing this.
absolutely all for the kiddos.
Wolf.
So just instead of the beardies, can we be like the beauty and the beards?
The beauty and the beards. Beauty and the beards. Yes.
Tale as old as time.
Thank you for recognizing me as the beauty. I appreciate it, and I accept.
The gingerbread making was supposed to start a little bit ago, but they are getting ready all of their stuff. They're doing great. Thank you so much for tuning in. In just a few minutes, they're going to set up, and you're going to see some awesome gingerbread house making. Until then, Indigo Connect. Thank you, Grim, for hanging out and playing with us, and everybody that joined in. We've got a few hours of gingerbread making, and then we will go play some early morning D&D set within the Justice League. We love you.
It's fantastic playing with you guys.
What
So much fun.
What a
Thank you
dream
for having
before
us.
Christmas.
Pleasure.
Wasn't even
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.